From the 30 teams who entered, we're down to the last 2 as X-League TV presents our first ever Gears of War League final. Following months of online play, the top 8 teams in the league entered the quarter-final playoffs. 8 then became 4, with Team VVV and TSF taking on Big Hit Elite and the Selected Few in the semi-finals. Now VVV and TSF meet in the grand final for the title of X-League TV Gears of War champion, as well as a cash pot of £800. Lancers are armed and the chainsaws are charged. Get ready for war as the Cogs and Locusts do battle. Welcome to the match.
Hello and welcome to the match, a grand final show. Yes, we're giving it the full hit today as our Gears of War League reaches its gripping finale. Whichever team wins will walk away with the title of X-League TV champions, as well as a portly cheque for 800 notes. Now, Epic's meaty shooter has proved itself a huge online hit, mainly thanks to its scenic backdrops, heavy weaponry, and of course the infamous chainsaw. But it's not all brawn here on X-League TV, with both beauty and brains amply represented in the studio. Offering up the old grey matter is match regular Sophie Blackmore, with Messrs Challoner and Saw providing the eye candy. Housewives will no doubt be swooning. Before we crack on, let's have a quick look what's coming up on today's show.
Duck and cover soldiers as 2 teams do battle for the title of X-League TV Gears of War champions. The final consists of 5 maps: War Machine, Gridlock, Canals, Depot and Mansions. Each map is the first of 5 rounds. The first of 3 maps wins the game. Each round can last a maximum of 5 minutes. If neither team has won in the time limit, the team with the most players left wins the map. If the teams have the same amount of players left, the round is declared a draw and replayed. The bleed out time is 10 seconds and friendly fire is on. Which team will walk away with the title? Stay tuned as we bring you every shot, saw and kill, only here on The Match.
Yes, only here on The Match. It should be a fantastic show. Now, Paul, great to have you back on. Gears of War, massive hit. It's been around for a while now. Why has it endured?
I think because it's, one of the most successful first-person shooters that I think we've seen on the consoles.
Yeah, but why is that? I mean, there are a lot of FPSs out there.
I think there's a lot of reasons behind it, and one of them is that it's by Epic, and I'm not going to be, I am an Epic fanboy, so it's kind of hard for me to be, I guess, a bit independent, if you like. But they do produce top-of-the-range, top-notch, well-played, highly played, and very popular first-person shooters, and they've managed to do that on the Xbox 360, which I don't think anyone else has managed to do that just yet.
Now, Sophie, are you an Epic fanboy as well?
Yes, well, yes and no. I have issues with some of their game designers. I won't mention any names, VB. But
but why the issue? What's there?
He's a little egotistical, should we say that? But I think that's that.
Makes great games, though, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, yes, but perhaps he takes too much of the credit for his team making great games. But the team does make great games, and Gears of War is an enduring game. It's got a lot of unique selling points that other first-person shooters hadn't quite brought to the field, or hadn't brought to the field well enough up to that point, like the duck and cover system, that kind of thing. It's not unique, it's not new, but it's the first one to integrate it quite well into a first-person shooter.
Stu, bringing you in here, obviously a TSF VVV. It's a big final tonight. 800 notes up for grabs. Where do you see this going?
Well, we've 2 top teams here, and the result is anything but a foregone conclusion. From VVV, they also have some excellent players, and probably go into this as slight favourites, to potentially Zero G, the man that could do the damage. Over on TSF, I'm looking for Sparky to spark things up.
Well, Stu, I'll bring you up on that a little bit, because VVV ostensibly, or probably best known as a driving team, but they are branching out, aren't they? Obviously, they've got a Rainbow team, a Gears team that we've seen today, Forza, obviously racing again, but COD 4, GRAW 2.
Well, that's the way you've got to go these days. If you want to become a successful professional division, you've got to have a wide appeal to audiences in order to pick up sponsorships, backers, and so on. And you've got to become, the best at everything.
OK, thanks, Stu. Well, VVV, TSF are playing today. Let's meet the 2 teams. First up for Team VVV, it's Robbie Maynard. He plays as VVV Maynard. He's 15 and from Southampton. Occupation, well, he's a student pro gamer. Favourite game, well, it has to be the Gears of War. Next up, it's Ryan Berry, plays as 0G. He's 20 and from Blackburn up in Lancashire. Puts in about 25 hours of gaming a week. Again, big fan of Gears of War. Third up, Chris Riding, also from Blackburn. Apparently they didn't know each other back at home, but they met over live. He plays as Riders, he's 23 and works as a carpenter. Favourite game, controversial, is Pro Evo. Next up, and finally, it's Stefan Hobman. He plays as Carbon. He's 17 and from Castleford in Leeds, although not a rugby fan. He is the team captain. He's a pro gamer by trade. And favourite game, Gears of War. Their opponents are TSF. First up, it's Matt Johnson. He plays as Sparky. He's 22 and from Dewsbury Moor. Occupation, chimney specialist. Chim chim cheery from him. 40 hours a week gaming. Favourite game, Gears of War. Next up, it's Alex Robinson. He plays as Alex RFC. He's only 15, but from Slough. Currently occupied as a student, studying his GCSEs. Favourite game, Gears of War. Third up, it's Carl Outerside. Plays as TSF Carl. He's 19 and from Lowestoft. Occupation, he's a warehouse operator. Gaming hours a week, 30. Favourite game, obviously, another Gow fan. And finally, it's John Paul Rogers. He's TSF Johnny. He's the team captain, 16 and from Cardiff. Currently studying his A-levels. And once more, Gears of War. OK, there we go. Now, Mike Benbonet is in the match arena with the two team captains.
Stefan, VVV, Gears of War final. Here we are. How was the road to the final?
It was cool. We had some good games along the way. We fought well. We did well. We ended up, I think we come up 4th in the league. So, yeah, it was a good road to the final, yeah.
Fantastic finish. You're going up against the selected few tonight. They had to play themselves, actually. They're another part of their team in order to get here. Do you think they're going to offer a big challenge for you guys? You've been here on the match before, and you guys have proven that you're fully capable of taking this.
We've played with these TSF guys quite a few times, a good bunch of guys. It should be a good game. Both teams are confident, so yeah, it should be a good game.
And of course, the captain of TCF, John Paul Rogers, aka TSF Johnny. Now you're up against VVV. They are a powerhouse of a team here at XLeague.tv. What are your thoughts?
Well, they're a good team. They've got good tactics. I saw them playing Team 360. They played well. Just got to watch out for their sniping, really.
Now you're coming over. You've been on XLeague.tv before. You're here as a true console ghost before. Now you're here as the selected few. Can you give us some words about that?
Well, the reason we left is because they were inviting little kids in, about 11 and 12. Good players, but they were too young to come on the show, so we left to form TSF.
Well, there you go. Thanks a lot, guys. Good luck.
OK, controversy there, but Stu, before we get to that, talk us through the road to the final.
Well, Team 360 picked up a forfeit win. VVV 3-1 over Spice Girls. And there we see TSF picking up their first win over the Console Ghosts. As mentioned in that previous interview, the selected few, their second squad, picked up a 3-2 win over Noobs for War. VVV picked up a 3-0 win over Big Hit Elite. And in the earlier semi-final between TSF 1 and 2, it was TSF that won.
OK, now just bringing you in on that interview there. Obviously, TSF, they split recently from the Console Ghosts. Does that happen a lot in professional games? Do you see these splits quite often?
Sadly, it does. Not just in console, just all around every team that forms.
But what forms are they? Just general splits in character?
Yeah, well, I think a mixture of character and sometimes direction as well. It's very difficult for these teams to actually become, the big guns, as it were. People like Four Kings and Dignitas, particularly, very strong in the UK.
To be fair, they've got an awful lot of sponsorship behind them, which a lot of teams don't have, isn't it?
Yes, but I think this is the groundwork. I mean, Dignitas are a perfect example of that. They come from very similar backgrounds to TSF and VVV, and they've built from the ground up. They've had their base people and they've branched out and got bigger as they've gone along, provided for more games and got the sponsorship in. And I think sometimes these teams are built to go that way and the direction isn't always quite as clear as they think it is to start with. And so you get divisions, and not only that, you get divisions of, well, we shouldn't be supporting this game, we should be doing this game, and inevitably people's characters clash and they decide to go off and do their thing because they think perhaps they can do it better.
OK, thanks, Paul. Good insight there into the world of professional gaming, the murky world, we should say, professional gaming, if that's anything to judge by. Now, please don't go away after this short commercial break. We've got War Machine. We'll see you very, very shortly. Hello and welcome back to the match. It's a grand final showcase here today for Gears of War. Now, War Machine's coming up. Paul, talk us through that one.
Well, I would do if I knew the map.
Well, Sophie, you talk us through that one.
I will do, I'll oblige. Set in a train station, quite nice, small, contained map, as a lot of the Gears maps tend to be. The teams spawn quite close to each other, so it's unusual because normally they spawn right at the opposite sides, which means that the choke points generally end up in the middle. This one, the choke points tend to happen around the power weapons, which are the Troika heavy machine gun, which is, to be fair, a bit of a pants weapon in a game like this, because you have got no sight behind you when you're sitting on it, kind of thing. Anyone can come up behind you and just take you out that way. So we probably won't see too many people using that. And we've also got the sniper rifle and the torque bow, two obviously long-range weapons, fairly hard to get to grips with.
Well, yeah, interesting that Sophie mentioned the game there. I mean, blood is turned on today. When this game first came out, it was quite controversial in terms of a lot of people saying, is it too graphic in terms of the violence? What are your views on that?
I'm actually quite passionate about this. I know that several of the politicians have stepped in recently and sort of said, they're going to be looking at video games for minors. But this isn't a video game for minors. I'm sorry.
It does have 18 on the front. I mean, could it be any clearer?
So, this goes out after the watershed. What's the problem with watching? You're watching a film with blood.
Tell me, does the blood enhance the visceral effect?
I think it does enhance the whole scenario. It's very cinematic in terms of the way that the game's been put together. Why not? I mean, does it turn people off when they watch a gory movie? I don't think so. They want to watch it, want the gore.
Well, let's find out. I know two people it does turn on. It's our commentary team. First up, Mike Bennett and Stuart Saw.
Thank you very much, Paul. Graphic, we love it. I'm beating Mike up right now. We like the violence, don't we?
We do love the violence. An absolute epic of a battle you're about to witness here on XLeague.tv. TSF versus VVV. The battle we've been waiting for right now. Downed right there, you see it, TSF Johnny's sights. A Locust, that is the TSF team, and of course the blue team, the COG team, will be the selected few.
Now let's explain Gears of War and the format first of all. First of all, in the execution mode, you play one round and you only have one life to live. But when you're down and out, you can be picked back up unless they get the give and finish you off.
You have a 10 seconds count, basically. You get taken down, you have 10 seconds to get yourself back up or have a teammate take you up. If you don't and a competitor comes up on you, and you have to get really close to actually get kills in this. Basically, a headshot's the only way to get a long-distance kill. You're done for.
Well, here we go. Inside the game we go with Zero G. He was the man I identified earlier as the one to watch out for from VVV. Maynard now. Oh, nice! Racking up some shots. It's Zero G that actually picked up that frag and will now make his way through. And TSF are down to their last man. It's Alex. This is what execution's all about. Having just one man standing and going absolutely clutch.
And you're watching the way the torque bow is used there. Good weapon to get some damage boost on there. TSF Alex comes in. It's an easy victory, though, for Carbon and Team VVV. They walk away at the first round. And there they are, the team to beat. You've seen them before, you'll see them again here on XLeague.tv. Veni Vidi Vici.
They only came back up with one frag in return. I mean, that is poor. They just weren't in that game, and they're going to have to get themselves back in this. VVV, on the other hand, looked incredible. Straight off the bat, we go with Carbon, as he's just holding himself back, looking to make his way through. And you can see this is what Gears of War is all about. Sneak and make sure that you've got your 6.
Good communication, also a good part of this game. You see right there the flashing bullets on the top right side of the screen. That's an active reload, a big part of Gears of War. Down player there from VVV. Maynard taking it in the background. There's the kill for TSF Alex RFC there. Maynard, a player to watch out though from VVV. We're gonna have a listen though to Team Talk with VVV.
Where are you, man? Where are you? Zero, where are you, man? I'm at organism.
Zero G now is going to make his way through as he darts his way back. Oh, taken apart. Zero G shut down, needs to get pick up. And now the VVV side looking to make the most of this. Carbon in trouble, being hounded down. Carbon maybe in real trouble. Nice frag coming back as he'll shut down Kyle there. All going off behind him as Carbon is being chased down left, right, and center. Carbon is going to be on the run. He's got 2 chasing him down at least, and he's the last man standing. They've found him, and they've finished him off, and they've leveled the game up to 1 apiece.
TSF showing a little bite there. Sparky with the final kill. Stats-wise, we got 2 kills, 5 downs, 100 points for the captain of VVV, Carbon. But TSF is fighting back, 120 points, 1 point for TSF Alex RFC.
Now the format, of course, you play first to 3 points to get best out of 5. So they're both at 1-1, both need 2 more at this point. We follow
Actually, both need, it's a first to 5 rounds.
Oh, my apologies.
And first to 3 max.
So TSF need to make this one count. although they got themselves back in it, and that's the crucial point. As Maynard now coming out, Despise one looking to land the frag, taking damage himself, though that's the red icon you see on the front of your screen. Needs to get himself out of there as he makes his way through. His health regenerates as the red goes, and VVV look to make the most of this.
TSF Johnny now hiding up top by the Troika. You heard Sophie Blakemore talking about that earlier. Not a weapon you're going to see a lot of use of here. Johnny, the captain of TSF, goes in there. Good kill from him. Good use of the Nasher. That would be the shotgun here in Gears of War. Johnny now following VVV member now in the background there. Pulls out the handgun. Very underused weapon for new players in Gears of War, but you see these veterans use it, and it's just absolutely unstoppable.
2 down for VVV at the moment as TSF look to make the most of this. They have the man advantage. They're playing a little search and destroy at this moment in time, hunting down the VVV players. You see it all kicking off in front of them. Sparky's giving it out as they all chase him down. One last man standing. They're going to absolutely maul him here, coming in from left, right, and center. Brilliant stuff. It is Sparky that'll pick up the frag, and TSF will take the lead.
The selected few really giving VVV a scare here, I think. Very unexpected. At least I'll be honest and say I thought VVV was going to actually come in here and do a cakewalk, but TSF really showing some absolute dominating play so far.
Oh, I don't disagree. VVV were the favorites, but chatting with TSF before, they fancied their chances. As you see on the screen, it's 2-1 in map 1, first of 5. And TSF are closer than VVV at this moment in time.
Following Maynard, he is one of the best UK players at Gears of War here. Walking up the steps here. Good use of the Lancer, grabs the active reload. Grenade thrown there, frag goes off, doesn't get him though. Maynard now comes down the stairs. Another active reload. You watch these players hit their active reloads. Very important aspect to this. Oh, Maynard though trusts his luck and doesn't get away with it.
No, Maynard shut down. We follow Riders now for VVV, who are again up against it here on War Machine as they make their way through. Riders is going to push his way forward. He holds back, taking fire from Kyle here. Nice work from Kyle, looking to finish the job. He's got a teammate right up in front of him as well. 2 of them combining well as they look to do this one for TSF. Kyle now going to launch his way forward. He's got one just waiting behind this corner. At least that's what he thinks. Kyle edges around the corner, nowhere there. Carbon has just hit the deck, and VVV are in real trouble as Kyle looks to finish the round.
2 torque bow kills there from Alex RFC. Masterful weapon use there. Zero G, you've seen him before here on xleague.tv. He was actually known as Reaper, but the frag is grabbed there. Zero G's taken down, grabs a kill. He's finally going to be removed from the game, and Alex RFC is going to grab the final kill. TSF now goes up 3-1 against VVV here. Both teams there, that team right there, the selected few here in this xleague.tv, the match final.
Well, at the moment they selected the right few because Sparky and Co are doing the job. He was the one that we isolated at the start, and he's certainly leading by example as Sparky's going to make his way through, try to land this first frag. He's taking damage himself, he's outnumbered, he needs help, and VVV look to finish him off. Zero G just unable to finish off Sparky as he gets out of there. Reinforcements start to come his way, and now Zero G is outnumbered here, and he'll be shut down as Zero G and Riders were both at the deck. And TSF homing in on another round victory. Carbon, though, has just picked himself up a frag.
We're seeing an absolute massacre here of VVV. TSF absolutely dominating right now. I do not know where this team came from, but fantastic. We're going to have a listen to team talk, though, now.
Johnny, go and watch that
from
guy.
TSF.
Got the snipe.
Nice.
Oh, he's by Johnny, Spark.
It's by the nades.
Nice one, guys.
Nice one, guys. We're on, boys.
TSF Johnny there with the final kill. Points-wise, looking at the score, 172 points, 5 kills, 6 downs for the captain of VVV, Carbon. Not far behind though, not far ahead. 215 points for Alex RFC of the selected few.
Yeah, they're up though a long way now, the selected few. Just one more away from victory. It's 4-1 the score, and VVV know that this is their last chance on this first map. Pushing forward, Riders is going to make his way towards the stairs as they have had the bow picked up. In fact, as they make their way forward, and Riders will push through. Riders now lines himself up one with the SMG, darts his way back. Maynard's going to try and land himself a frag. like at the range. And VVV giving themselves some distance at the moment.
Riders taken out there in the background. Frag tossed upstairs by Maynard now. Maynard comes in on a Locust. Decides to boot it there. Zero G now up on the other end of the field here by the sniper rifles location. Carbon with a kill there, but Carbon's taken out right afterwards. Maynard's now out. And TSF is just absolutely giving a show on how to play Gears of War.
Zero G now is darting around the back. He's got them two chasing him. He's the last man. Oh no, he's not the last man standing. Yes, as Alex will pick it up. TSF will find the frag. And that's brilliant work from TSF. They'll pick the first map up 5-1. Vini Vidi Vici, I think not.
Absolutely unbelievable play from that team right there. The selected few. Brilliant play. Over to you, Paul Vale.
There we go, quite incredible scenes on War Machine. TSF take it, and their main man, well, he's Sparky, he's a chimney specialist, and he certainly swept up there. We'll see you for the next map after this short commercial break. Hello and welcome back to the match. It's the grand final of Gears of War. Guys, incredible scenes. TSF, underdogs at the start. They've won the first map 5-1. Paul, talk us to that.
Yeah, incredible start really for TSF, and a fantastic start for them as well. VVV very much came into this as the favourites. They said even before, they were very cocky. They said, you know, we can 3-0 this. We can win this 3-0. When they won the first round, I thought, oh, here we go, it's going to be a whitewash. But actually, TSF was storming that first map, and a 5-1 victory is thoroughly deserved.
And Sparky as well was incredible. You know, that's only one map. We've got a fair few to play. Sophie, Gridlock coming up.
Yeah, Gridlock coming up. This is one of the most popular maps in Gears of War. It's really nice. It's got the grenades, the sniper rifle, and the boom shot. So you've got 3 massive choke points, and basically the tactics are leg it, rush, get to those choke points, get to the weapons, and kill the opposition.
OK, well, I've got a 5-1 with Alan Boyce and the team captain of VVV. I'm all TSF. Let's find out how they get on the next map. So over to Mike Ben Bennett and Stuart Saw.
Thank you, Paul. Now we're on to Gridlock, and as Mike and I were just debating, if you're not good on Gridlock, or at least you're not prepared on Gridlock, then there's something very, very wrong with you. So we're expecting at least something of a VVV comeback.
It's going to be a very tight match here, Stuart. Both teams are going to rush this sniper rifle, as we see, and rush the boom shot, the 2 power weapons on this map. You see right now Alex RFC backed up by one of his players. Big battle now going up here by the sniper rifle. Alex comes in, grabs a kill there off of Maynard. Maynard taking it this rather quickly. And now the other player up there from VVV is going to be taken out. That would be Carbon. Zero G grabs a kill though, and Riders, it's only Zero G left, and that is all she wrote. TSF absolutely giving a schooling to VVV here on the match.
Well, I'll tell you why. They worked as a unit. They went in hand, then dropped down and rolled in just to get the finishing move with that shotgun. They damaged them, they dazed them, and they finished it off with a shotgun. It was brilliant work from TSF. And if they're that quick and that together, then they could finish off VVV in a lightning pace.
Absolutely incredible play. TSF Sparky now again rushing the sniper, moving up there. You see the white crosshair go red. That pretty much guarantees your bullets are penetrating some sort of skin. TSF Kyle now back up to Zero G. Zero G's taken out. Maynard's going to come in there, back up his 2 players. Of course, this is execution. As you see, it's all about helping up your teammates and protecting them.
Oh, undoubtedly, they need to help their teammates. Carbon's taking damage as well as Maynard makes his way through. Maynard is going to go forward and now try and lay down some suppressing fire. Here comes Riders. Riders trying to flank and lands the frag on Sparky. This could be brilliant for Riders as he makes his way in from the right-hand side. We just followed those 3 that were embroiled in a duel. But in comes the 4th for VVV, making his way forward now, as now the 4 of them hold themselves together. Alex for TSF is the last man standing now. That was superb work, and Riders is Alex is now going to have to do this all on his own. He runs, he's got 1 to his left, 1 to his right, he's got 2 in front of him. Oh dear, it's bad time to be Alex.
Alex RFC there with the sniper rifle. It's not going to help him a lot in that situation. Comes in, Alex RFC is going to be taken out there. Riders with the final kill there. Fantastic play there. Donuts for TSF there. Finally we see. And there they are. VVV showing TSF what they're made of.
Yep, I gotta say, great play by VVV to keep 3 of them suppressing the fire. TSF at that point had no idea that Riders was flanking, and he did a great job. 1-1. The first to 5 will pick up this map point with TSF already 1 map up. as we now have Kyle making his way forward. Johnny takes some fire. Again, the battle is on the stairs. Again, they look to make their way forward. Again, someone's deciding to break from the norm and make their way forward. Frags coming in as they make their way through. Grenade launched up, and TSF are in a little bit of trouble. Johnny with a great grenade drop in, Carbon, and Zero G there. That's sensational.
The double frag there from Johnny there, the captain at TSF. Riders now taken out, and that's going to be all she wrote. Simply unbelievable. Johnny leading by example. 2 games to 1 here for TSF. VVV, dire straits.
I think he got 3 there, 2 with the grenade and then 1 at the end. I mean, that's brilliant from Johnny as he makes his way through. As he makes his way forward, though, it's excellent stuff from TSF to adapt to their opponents.
Collecting 115 points there, Johnny did. Fantastic play from him. TSF Kyle now moving in to cover the boom shot there, but located in that archway. The sniper rifle's taken by his teammate. Using the Lancer, covering that boom shot really well. VVV takes a second thought about going for that weapon.
Yes, undoubtedly, and Kyle's got it locked down. As we make our way forward, Carbon's going to push through. He's taking some damage as well. Waiting for that to wear off. You see the red disappearing. That means Carbon is, well, in better condition now, as he and at least 2 of his VVV teammates that are behind each other, just holding themselves up on the stairs. Carbon is the eyes of the operation, as Riders is again looking to flank, and last time he did this, he was oh so deadly.
Riders grabs the boom shot. That was covered by Locust earlier, but very standoffish now. Now this is the Gears of War I'm used to, seeing teams stand off, wait for the weapons to respawn, tool up. Finally doing that. Riders taken down. He's going to have a chance to get back up there in the background. You see the red and white there. Now another teammate taken down there. The Locust doesn't go for the kill. He's going to be stuck. Finally, Carbon and Riders grab a frag apiece off Johnny and Sparky. Another VVV teammate, though, is taken out in the background.
Yep, as we make our way through, Kyle and RFC are laying down a heck of a lot of fire. Kyle's secluded here, and he's on his own. He's going nowhere. And now, with Kyle down, it's all on Alex once again, I believe, as he goes through. Riders is going to go forward and find the final frag. VVV tie this one back up at 2-2. And you talk about it being standoffish, I think that was the difference.
VVV there showing exactly how to play the game there. All tied up 2-2 now. 145 points for the top VVV player. That would be Riders. A number of frags, a number of bring downs there for him. You're seeing a bit of Maynard run against the wall there. Of course, a big integral part of this game is the duck and cover system here. Being able to use the terrain and surrounding walls to help protect your body. Maynard now coming up with the Lancer, trying to protect the long shot just to the right of your screen there. That would be the Gears of War equivalent of the sniper rifle, and doing a very good job of it.
Maynard ducks his way back. In fact, VVV ducked their way back because all hell's breaking loose. Zero G taken down, and VVV are going to lose another one there. TSF with Johnny pushing up. They've claimed the stairwell successfully, and they've packed up at least 2 as they make their way forward. They have to get out of there quickly as they dart their way back. They're 3 up, at least 1 down for VVV. I thought a second hit the deck. Johnny's going to make his way forward now as the smoke starts to clear. He's passing the cars. He will go forward now, and Riders is down and out as well. And this is bad news as Kyle is homing in. Wow, great shot going across towards the back. He's looking for the finisher now. Will he get it? No, but they've only got 2 more to find.
Right now, Kyle with the boom shot wastes the 2 shots there. Carbon now taken out. The captain of VVV is going to be finished off. Only 1 remaining VVV player. Maynard is the man, and Maynard cannot handle the remaining TSF players. TSF, though, showing, that first map was not a fluke.
Yeah, 4-0 for TSF that round. A no replies, a donut on the scoreboard of the VVV team, and that's bad news. In all of the other rounds, they've been in this one. 3-2 on this one. VVV are losing ground here, and that means TSF are just 2 away from victory on the second map.
Playing to 5, of course. It's going to be the first of 3 maps. TSF already owns 1 map. That would be War Machine. Right now we're playing Gridlock, and TSF only needs 2 more to take victory out here. See the frags in the corner. TSF protecting those. Right now Carbon grabs a kill. Carbon grabs a second kill on Sparky there. Good play from the captain. Zero G now comes in. grabs a kill for himself. Only one TSF player left, and that would be Alex RFC.
Captain's performance from Carbon there, and Alex is now going to have to go it alone. The VVV, they just got to stay together as a unit, and they'll win this one, and they'll find the final frag as TSF hit the deck. Riders with that one, and TSF are pegged right back. It is 3-3. Riders picking up the brunt of the damage on that one, but for me, it was Carbon's first 2 frags there that did the damage.
TSF Johnny, the captain, 6 kills, 5 downs, 205 points for that young man. Now following Carbon as they move in towards the long shot. Taking a look at the stats there. Of course, very important to know where and what your teammates are doing and who's actually alive. Right now, all 4 players of each team alive as we just started here. Maynard followed up by another VVV player looking to protect that sniper rifle, but VVV or TSF does grab it. VVV is going to be the lucky recipients of the boom shot in the background.
Maynard taking some fire here, will back away. In fact, it's Riders who has taken down Kyle moments ago, who's had to dart his way back. Kyle now waiting on some movement behind him. He sees the shots going on. Those are his teammates on the ground floor. As now one comes around, he'll be saying they're about to flank you. And now it's Sparky, in fact, who's holding himself up, waiting patiently to drop down the shot as he makes his way forward. Johnny's taking some damage from TSF, and TSF are in a little bit of trouble at the moment. Sparky's going to try and help him out.
Very huge lack of something that your family would be very familiar with, Stuart. The chainsaw missing from the game. Carbon coming up the steps right now. Tries to grab the Carbon there with the final kill for Team VVV. They're going to take it up 4-3.
Yes, Mike, I am upset that they haven't used the chainsaw. I was just cleaning mine this morning in preparation. VVV picking up that round with 3 players to spare as well. And that puts the score up at 4-3 in favor of VVV. They've had something to kick themselves into gear right now, and TSF just need to pick up a bit of pace. Again, need to use each other. Well. I preferred TSF when they were all as 4 and all working, but they've had to counter Riders, and this is Kyle that you see doing exactly that as they make their way through. And now it's going to be 0G. He'll be shut down, picked back up as he makes his way forward. Maynard is going to dart out of there. And there it is. Sparky finds the frag onto 0G again as TSF are looking to finish this one off. VVV, though, recover and holding TSF off once more.
Sparky now with the long shot, looking to grab range against VVV. Taking a look now with that gun. Of course, Kyle and Riders battling it out in the background. I liked Kyle taking the balcony before. Now he's tending to go down by the cars for cover, but I like the height he had in the old position. You see him right now right by the archway trying to protect the boom shot. He's not going to try to grab it, though, in fear of being taken out himself.
Yeah, interesting there is he's certainly indicating to us that there's someone behind that car that he's worried about. He's got one to his right that could potentially offer him some cover if they just literally played that corner together. As we look around now, this one is going to be a longer round than we've seen thus far. Riders is the man behind the car that we saw, and there is the boom shot. They'll just work their way across. Riders and Carbon both taking a look at the center of the map, and Carbon's going to find himself one to shoot at as they make their way through. It has been taken. Johnny perhaps was the one that went in and got it. I'm not so sure as they dart their way back. No, Johnny's been taking fire from Carbon, and they'll make their way through. Johnny's going to look to finish off Riders, and he does! TSF homing in now.
TSF, really good strategy there on VVV to grab that boom shot. Maynard's going to be the last remaining player, and that's going to be all she wrote. TSF Johnny, the captain at TSF, with the final kill there. What we're seeing from TSF is quite unbelievable, tying it up 4-4 right now on this map. It's going to be first to 5 rounds on each map, and then first to 3 maps wins the match. And of course, this is the Gears of War XLeague.tv final. £800 to the winner.
A big chunk of change there, and for VVV, they know that if they were to lose this one round, they'd go 2 maps down and be just 1 away from defeat. So for me, that's huge. 0G's going to go through. The pressure is on. And oh dear, 0G's been shut down very early on. Is he going to go down himself? I think he may do. Maynard's going to push forward. I don't think he's in any position to help them. He may have got himself back up there, 0G. Maynard's going to go through as they make their way forward. 0G is back up on the outside of your screen. It's Sparky that's down. Sparky's down, and Sparky is going to be picked back up quickly back in the thick of things. TSF make their way forward, and they go through. Sparky takes more damage, but he's giving it out as well. Frags coming in left, right, and center. Johnny and 0G are both hit the deck once more, but Johnny is down and out. However, VVV, Mike, have still got 4 up.
4-3 right now, player-wise, for Team VVV. 3-2, sorry. Riders now trying to protect that boom shot yet again. It's gone, though. Has it on his back. Hasn't used any of the shots of it, as far as I know. Over to Maynard now. Maynard looking to protect his players, but we saw right at the beginning 0G make a run across that open ground. Very big mistake, especially on a level like this, where there isn't a lot of open ground to actually have to run through unless you want to get to those power weapons.
I agree, Mike, and the big factor here is with VVV down to just 2 men. It's 2-on-2 with VVV now making their way through. Nice, TSF will claim the shot as they make their way forward, as VVV's going to go through. This is huge. Remember, the map point depends on these frags here. Maynard's going to make his way. It's Maynard versus Alex and Kyle. 2-on-1. Does Maynard have it? Has he got the wine gums? He's going to make his way through as Alex is going to pose his way down the left-hand side. They're going to come together, pushing through. Oh, he's not around the corner. He's darted himself back. Maynard's darting away for life as he gets out of there. Run, boy, run!
What a brilliant escape there from Maynard. Maynard looking for a weapon respawn. Right now, Team TSF has no idea where he is. And finally, Maynard's going to give away his position. Maybe not the brightest thing to do, considering he's taking on a man with a long shot and a boom shot. The long shot getting the down, the boom shot getting the final thing. TSF taking this second map. They're going to go up 2-0. And you look in the smiles of those faces. These guys absolutely dominating Team VVV in the first map. VVV making much more of a match so since then.
Quite incredible scenes there. TSF, a team formed less than 2 months ago. They're within a whisker's breadth of taking the X-League Championship. We'll see you after this break when it's going to be Canals. See you soon. Hello, welcome back to the match. It's Gears of War Grand Final day here on xleague.tv. 2 maps down, TSF have taken them both. Quite incredible scenes there, wasn't it? I mean, everyone thought that VVV would win this outright. 0G on Team VVV, dead wood at the moment, getting killed very early on, isn't he?
Yeah. Having said that, there were some really nice individual skills during those rounds, and you know, Gridlock is like one of the most played maps out there, so if we weren't going to get a close game, I'd be particularly worried for whoever lost it, as it was 5-4, anyone's game, and really seriously, either side.
There was a strategy of 2-on-2, but TSF seem to be moving as a pack, don't they?
Yeah, they were kind of splitting their strategies up a bit and maybe stacking 3 players on one side of the map, and that worked on a couple of the rounds, but in actual fact, VVV showed some fantastic strats.
Sophie, Canals, talk us briefly through that.
Through that last map?
No, Canals, sorry.
Oh, sorry, Canals, yeah. Canals is very linear, quite a small contained map. You've got these 3 bridges, and on each bridge or underneath each bridge is a power weapon. You've got your sniper, you've got your torque bow, and you've got your grenades. So the tactic is basically rush to either end of the map, rush to either bridge and try to get the sniper rifle or the torque bow, and basically back up the player who gets the torque bow or back up the player who gets the sniper rifle.
OK, thanks. Safe enough chat. Let's get straight to the action. It's Mike Bennick and Stuart Saw.
Thank you, Paul. Well, this could be the last map, and Team VVV could be on the end of a 3-0 whitewash. This is going to be, a shock for most.
Well, definitely VVV coming in here, a higher seeded team than TSF, and TSF actually having to play their own team in order to get to this final here. TSF, though, right now leads the way 2-0. We need to get to 5 rounds in order to win a map, so still plenty of more action to come here in this Gears of War final. 800 pounds up for grabs to the winner. Right now, following along with Maynard, moving around. Torpo grab from by TSF underneath the bridge just to the left of your screen there. Ryder's not doing a very good job. Ryder seems to be a player who likes to cover.
He is, but he's someone that can really turn the game around if he has a good round. We saw that on that last map a lot. You're seeing now a very different style of play of Gears of War than we saw in the first 2, and I think this is very important to identify that Gears of War does have multiple facets. 0G has in fact just been shut down on the other side of the map there as TSF find themselves the opening frag here. It was Sparky now trying to do the job. He's looking at his teammate right now, trying to make sure that no one takes him off from afar. There's Sparky, there's Johnny, there's Ryder coming back with another, and Kyle will finish the job, and it was over in a flash.
You saw the headshot there, and from there on in, it was just all havoc. TSF walking away victorious there, 1-0 now here on Canals. Points-wise, didn't really get a chance to see that. 27 points apiece for the top players from each team. Sparky now we're following. He's going to make a quick dash towards the long shot now, located just on this bridge here. Both teams having access to that weapon. Sparky grabbing it right at the same time, though. The VVV player does it. He hightails it. Opportunity there for Sparky to grab the VVV player going for the frags. Doesn't take the chance, though.
Sparky in a important position there, but Zero G looking to back him up. The two of them around each other's corner now, going to dart each other out. There's Zero G. Oh, he's turned his back on him, whoever that was. Do not turn your back on a man with a gun. Finish the job, Zero G. Finish him job. As he will duly oblige. No, he gets himself back up. Zero G going to try and, try and enjoy himself at least, as he's really laboring this death. That's torture.
And that's going to be all she wrote for Kyle there. Of course, if you get taken out 3 times in execution, it does mean your demise. Maynard now with a down there. They're going to push in on that sniper. Right there, though, Maynard taken out around the corner. Riders grabs a kill off of Sparky. Both teams very evenly matched there. Zero G, I was saying earlier to Stuart, a player likes to go out in the open, and I think that has been VVV's demise so far.
Alex is the last man standing for TSF. He has the bow and he's trying to make his way back, but he's got a lot of work to do at this moment in time, playing 1-on-3. He can do it. It's not impossible, but if VVV get together, if they group, if they huddle, then it'll be like going one against the New Zealand All Blacks in a scrum as he makes his way through. Alex is coming forward, shut down in the back, and the scrum of the New Zealand All Blacks takes him apart.
Carbon with the victory there. VVV, TSF all tied up 1 apiece in this first of 5. Best of 3 maps, Gears of War final. Right there, Team VVV. They're up against the ropes, 2 maps to 0 against TSF. And right now, what we're seeing from them, hopefully, will be a renaissance.
Well, they have got it all to do, but we're in the right city for a renaissance, Mike, as now we have Johnny making his way forward, and it will be a Johnny pushing through on the bridge. May land this frag, just free will as he goes through, as the guy he was shooting at does escape, but now Johnny is indiscriminate who he shoots at, making his way forward now. Johnny looking to finish the job. He won't be able to. Johnny, the first line of defense for TSF, has to help out some of his teammates now as they start to push forward. TSF starts to make the move. They've got one down. Will they be able to finish him off? I think they have. And TSF get themselves off the bridge.
TSF Kyle now taken down. Very good tactic there, pushing the center bridge. VVV did grab the frags there. Wasted both of them rather quickly on Johnny. Didn't even get the frag though. First frag went to TSF. Very unusual tactic to push up that way to the bridge, but it paid off big time for TSF. You see right there, Riders grabs a kill off of Johnny there. Very good use of the torque bow. Of course, a power weapon. He's gonna try for another one there. A TSF player manages just to scrape away.
Riders now using the torque bow. Explain the power weapons if no one's ever played Gears of Wars before. What is the important factor in them?
Of course, the power weapons just add, most of them long-range weapons. You got the torque bow, as you see here with Riders, and then this weapon right here in the hand of TSF Kyle is the long shot. Long shot, basically a sniper weapon. In execution, it's very important because it's one of the only weapons that allows you to get a one-off shot kill. Of course, same with the torque bow, but the torque bow, a very hard weapon to use. So if it's in the hands of a master, it's absolutely disastrous. But if it's in the hands of somebody who's not used to it, then not really something you have to worry about.
TSF, you see the two of them right now. Kyle sitting next to, I think it's Sparky next to him, not 100% sure, but the two of them are working together in tandem here as they're on that bridge looking across towards the west of the map. And if anyone pokes their head up, they will take them down. It is 4-3 in favor of it's 3-on-3 in favor, as it's a tie as they make their way through. It will be it's evenly poised and it's very tensely matched.
VVV and TSF, 2 of the top-ranked teams here, very evenly matched. Right now, of course, if it is a tie, there's a time limit on these games, 5 minutes, and if the time does run out, we'll do a head count. Remaining players right there, Maynard taken out. Finally, we're going to see some action. TSF now making a push. Carbon's going to be one of the last remaining VVV players. He's going to run and try to support his team. He's going to have trouble, though, with torque shots flying by him like that. Right now, his other teammate left alive. Ryder's now pushing up. doesn't have much in the way of power weapons. In fact, doesn't have any, just has the, oh no, he does have the torque bow on his back there. Don't know how many bullets he has left for it though.
Riders and Carbon now just basically riding the storm, if you will, as they make their way out, taking fire from both left and right. They're huddled behind this wall as all hell breaks loose in front of them. Riders looking to make his way through. Takes a fair whack of damage now. Well, grenade over towards the back is should buy his team some time there as he makes his way forward. Carbon now we following. Again, the two of them holding each other, huddling. Hold me, they say to each other, because they're as afraid as I am.
TSF Kyle with the long shot, grabs the active reload there. Very important aspect in this game, of course. Right now, though, TSF decides to go in the open. Carbon takes a shot. TSF, Alex RC taken out. Carbon's taken out. Look at the disappointment on his face. Now Riders is down on the center bridge. It's going to be the final kill needed by TSF. Kyle's going to pick that one up. Points-wise, looking 125 points, 5 kills, 3 downs for Riders. Top of the way for TSF Kyle, 5 kills, 1 down, 106 points.
We saw in the last map that Riders was someone that was subject to a good round or a bad round. He was indifferent. Now, he just seems to be having good rounds for that VVV side. But TSF have been able to nullify it. They're up 2-1 and 2 maps up to 0. So if they win this map, they win the game and become the X-League champions worth £800. So a lot to be played for here as Alex pushes his way underwater the bridge. Is going to pick up the weapon, will make his way back, and is shut down whilst under the bridge by Zero G. He's going to look to finish the job. He does. Excellent work by VVV.
Very good covering of the power weapon there. Tries to get greedy, go for the power weapon, and Zero G says, nah, that's my candy. Zero G now moving up towards, now going to come in on a one-off Nasher battle. He's going to be taken down. He is the loser of that one, and fortunately, VVV absolutely wrecked that round. TSF victorious there. 3-1 now round-wise for TSF. We're watching an absolute legend of a team in the making.
Yeah, what we missed on that last round was whilst the bridge ambush was going on, Sparky and Kyle were just picking off VVV players for fun. And this is bad news for VVV fans out there, as they are going to, well, they are drowning here because TSF now know that they're just a couple rounds away from glory. Pushing forward now, the fire coming in from Kyle. Nice suppressive work, stopping the VVV from getting on the bridge. He may be able to finish the frag off. No, he can't, and he's unable to flank here as well. Kyle is, well, if I were Kyle, I'd just sort of throw all my eggs in one basket and chase the two that he did a lot of damage to, but he didn't.
Maynard taken, or sorry, Carbon taken down. He gets back up though. Still 4 players alive apiece on each team. You look in the distance there. The torque bow is picked up by TSF. Maynard right now. Johnny taken out in the background. Zero G with the Lancer trying to aim. Riders has the frags. You see one frag go off. Moves in towards the center bridge. He's taken down by a sniper rifle though. He'll probably have an opportunity to get up, but his head could very well disappear in the meantime.
Here we go, Maynard now. Zero G's taking more damage off your screen as it will be Maynard to push forward now, trying to find the frag as he goes through, unable to finish the job off, but Zero G is taking damage as well off their screen as they go forward. VVV working in tandem, working as a unit. Good job by VVV. They have got a one-man advantage over TSF as they make their way forward now. Riders has got one behind him as he's looking around that corner, and he will go through.
Riders right now taking some fire there by the center bridge. Tries to do some cover fire, followed up by his teammates. Not a lot of room for area here from VVV. You see them right now in the distance there. Kyle right now from TSF moving in. We're going to have a listen to team talk though with Team VVV.
Nice, got him. Nice, well played, man. Two high side. Yeah, they pushed it. Two high side, they're moving back, they're dropping back. Stay, no, whoa, get back. We've got head count, chill, whoa.
Get your head in. That's some of that. Oh my. Keep head down.
Nice grenade, man, nice grenade. Go.
Wait, whoever's on middle bridge, push around low side. All right,
yeah, man, I'm pushing.
Nice, boys. Walking, yes. Oh, whoops.
And there's a cog victory there, Team VVV. Zero G with the final kill. 2-3 now, VVV fighting back. 2 kills, 7 downs for their leader, Maynard, 138 points. 162 points, so for Kyle of the selected few. And as we get started here into the 6th round of this game, we're looking for TSF to secure victory, but VVV is going to try to stop that.
Yep, and for TSF now, they're ready to push forward with Alex. You saw in that last round, the communications was intense. They knew they nailed down their opponents, and then they gave out the game plan for the next round. So good work from VVV. They're doing the basic stuff right, but for TSF, they are doing, well, at the moment, the better stuff right. As they make their way through, it's Kyle ready to push forward as he's going to edge his way down. Kyle has, no, his opponent has ducked away out of there. And TSF are going to look to make the most of this. Underneath the bridge already, you're seeing another weapon ambush, and it looks like RFC is down.
Zero G taken down. He's going to have an opportunity to get back up. Maynard, or Zero G taken out there. Carbon now trying to defend the frags in the center bridge. Already been picked up, but he's going to get tagged there. Luckily, pushes hard enough. Maynard and Carbon both with kills there. Finally, we're seeing some life from Team VVV. They've played pretty poorly thus far, but now actually showing what they can do here on Canals. Sparky now, one of the few remaining TSF players, gonna change to the long shot there. Grab, misses the active reload. Unbelievable, TSF Sparky. Very amateurish move there. You can't have that at a level like this, and it could prove very vital to the loss here for TSF. VVV Maynard picks up the victory only because of one reason, and that's because of a missed reload.
I'm not so sure. 3 versus 1. I'm going to give Sparky a little bit of help that he was still in trouble. He was outnumbered. His teammates deserted him early on, but you're right. It was one of those moments. It was a clutch moment, like missing a penalty.
Absolutely dominating so far, VVV, in this the last couple rounds we've seen, what they're actually capable of. We've seen them several times here in the match, and I was expecting a lot more, and now I'm actually seeing what I expected, which is fantastic. TSF now being pushed to the limit here, trying to win this 800 quid in this Gears of War final.
Here we go, momentum with VVV. Can TSF make it count and get over that finishing line? Alex is going to push forward as he looks to the right-hand side. They're up 2 in front of him, but he's not able to finish the job on either of them. Zero G will dart back. He and the teammate will work in tandem. Riders will drop Kyle. TSF starting to hit the deck. Oh, too quickly. Riders has taken some damage himself on the backside, but won't go down as now VVV will escape and make their way forward. The 4 of them on the bridge together. TSF don't have a sight on any of them.
TSF Johnny watches as his teammate picks up the torque bow. TSF Sparky now with the long shot on the bridge, watching out, having his flanks covered by his teammates. You see the smoke in the background. That's a brilliant move, especially on a map like Canals. Distract the players, go the other way. We're going to see what VVV does with this.
Sparky has no eyes on anyone at the moment. He just saw 2 players crouching out. It's sort of like, a jack-in-the-box popping up every now and then, or that Hammer the Mole game that you play at the arcade. He's just got no one popping up to shoot at. And right now, we're going to take a listen to see what these guys are saying about this intense round.
Shot through
No, they're on high side.
Snipers in their pillars.
Yeah,
Turbo's outside, far right side.
Riders, if you can, grab grenades, yeah?
No, we've got 3 on their bridge, 3 on their bridge.
3 on their bridge, that's it.
Patience is the key, man. I've got 1 coming low side, Snipers coming low side to me.
I see him. Wait there, Carbon, wait there. You're good.
Right, snipers on you, get down. 2 snipers are on whoever's comes to middle bridge, man. I think...
I can't see any. They're on the far end of their bridge near.
And that was Team VVV there. Carbon now pushing with the Lancer there, grabs the active reload. The TSF player is going to hightail it out of there. Sparky still on the bridge with the long shot. Decides to pick up some ammo for the gun. It's going to be 11 shots for him. Only 3 players from TSF left on versus the 4 remaining VVV players. Right now we're with Alex RFC, one of the better players for the selected few, who so far lead 2-0 against VVV here in this Gears of War final. Fantastic play from them so far. Team VVV, though, has a lot to say about this, and they're now making their push here in Canals.
Riders is on the bridge going toe-to-toe with someone just on his opposite side. Now we follow Sparky, waiting for someone to pop their head up for him as he will scope around. He's got the tracking of one of them. Misses that shot again. These are crucial shots for Sparky. Every shot missed is an opportunity wasted. Riders on the other side has just taken down Johnny. Sparky has missed Carbon by a millimeter. You saw it go over his head, and Well, Carbon may have lost a few hairs, but he's got his life intact at the moment. And for VVV, they do have these two on the top. But the problem is, for TSF, they've only got 2 players left to find, and VVV can leave these two to bait while the other two flank.
Right now, it looks as though VVV using that center bridge to help pin down the remaining TSF players. That would be Sparky and Alex RFC. Maynard and his remaining team, or his whole team who are still alive, really not making a push though. They're really standoffish right now, not trying to push in. They're going to maybe let the time run down, because if they do, they will be victorious, because at the end of this, if the time runs out, there are no draws here in Gears of War. It's a head count that decides who's the winner.
And that head count reads rather badly for TSF as they make their way through. Maynard is going to make his way forward. They have spotted a flank coming down the right. Now all action kicking off. Riders makes his way forward. Alex has hit the deck as well, and Riders is going to go for it this time. Goldman looking for that final frag, and we'll find it as VVV will take a 4-3 lead.
VVV staging an absolute monstrous comeback. They were down so much before. Riders really demonstrating how this game's played. 8 kills, 7 downs. Very dominating play here on Canals for him. Following Carbon, now over to Alex RFC from the selected few. They're going to move, maybe try to switch up their strategy here, because what they were doing before just was not working.
For TSF, I've seen the same thing for 7 rounds now. It's worked 3, but now for the VVV side, they have pretty much got their number. And it isn't 1-1-8, as Alex will push forward. He makes his way through, going down the stairs as he will chase around, and TSF looking to be a little bit more aggressive. Alex having to watch his 6 because he's taking damage. He's got teammates coming in. 0G and Sparky exchanging frags between the sides as they make their way through. Kyle is definitely down and out. It is Alex now who's got 2 on the bridge looking for him. He makes his way down as he will push through, and VVV again have an early upper hand.
3-2 now player-wise in this what could be the very last round of this map if VVV is victorious here. Of course, it is first to 5 rounds per map. Right now, TSF is winning 2-0 against VVV. Maynard with the torque bow right now, winds it up, looking for shot. He's only got 5 torques left of that, but it is an absolute disastrous weapon, and Maynard with an absolute wondrous shot there with the torque bow, grabs a frag off of Carbon. Now we're seeing the team VVV we all know and love here on the match. Good active reload, and there you go, VVV finally wins a map. I told you, Stuart, before the round began that VVV still had some fight left in them.
They did have some fight left in them, but 3 rounds dropped in that one says for TSF. If they can pick up that game, it's still theirs to be won. VVV 1, TSF 2.
There we go, incredible scenes. VVV, they were dead, they were out of it, they were 2-0 down. It's now 2-1. We've got Fuel Depot coming up next. Please don't call it a comeback. We'll see you after this short commercial break. Hello, welcome back to the grand final of Gears of War. Team VVV, well, they're back in it. It's 2-1 now, still to TSF. Paul, changing strategy, can VVV pull this back?
Yeah, well, I mean, they've come back from 2 maps to 0 down. They were at map point, if you like. Not only that, but 3-1 down in what could have been the final map, and they've come all the way back to win 5-3 and also make it 2-1 overall in map. So I think it's anyone's game now, I really do.
OK, Sophie, brief Tracy, Fuel Depot coming up?
Fuel Depot, one of my favourite maps, actually. It's the one with the warehouse, and it's the one with the Hammer of Dawn, right? So if anyone picks that up, it could be an incredibly useful tactic. It could be just diversion, it could be absolutely useless in the wrong hands, but Hammer of Dawn, if you use it correctly, if you lead the enemy, you know, you can do some devastating attacks with it. And you've also got the sniper rifle, you've got the sniper thing where you can sit down, you can scope underneath the view through the warehouse and see the enemy's feet and take them out that way, which is quite nice. Both teams can employ that tactic. It should be fairly evenly balanced on this map, but who knows?
OK, excellent tactical acumen there from Ms Blakemore. Over to our commentary team, it's Mike Ben-Bennick and Stuart Saw.
Thank you very much, Paul. Now, Mike, let's get one thing off our chest straight away. Hammer of Dawn, and what impact is that going to have on this map?
Hammer of Dawn, very unusual weapon. It's only on a couple maps in Gears of War. What it is basically a weapon that has to be used outside, cannot be used indoors, and you can use it from distance. So basically you shine a light on the ground, and then suddenly a giant beam of death shatters down and kills whatever is underneath that dot.
Something you definitely need for the single player, but does it have the effect in the multiplayer? We'll see. Well, the inside is being used by the VVV team as they get themselves in. They're
Where Zero G right now is aiming is actually where the Hammer of Dawn is located. So both teams are both trying to pick off on it right now. And I like to think of it as the artillery in the game. You can use it as a long-range weapon.
Sparky shut down. And now waiting for a pickup there. Will be picked back up. And Sparky's really got to raise his game because he was the difference between the two sides at one point.
Definitely a big, valuable player for TSF. Johnny takes out Carbon, though. The two captains go head-to-head, and Johnny wins that battle. Zero G now. Player that has really pulled together now in the last map. It was kind of disappointing in the first two maps. Now we're seeing a lot more from him. TFS Sparky now with the long shot. Both teams both have sniper rifles on this map. You see a shot exchange there from TSF's counterpart, Maynard, here with the other long shot. Now pushing, both teams really protecting the Hammer of Dawn. No team really wants the other to grab that. And it just shows how powerful of a weapon that can really be.
Sparky now lines up, looking for someone. No one showing themselves here in the warehouse. And at the moment, this one is even Stevens without a frag on the board. Sparky waits and is waiting for the clear to smoke more than anything because he is in trouble here as he now we follow Johnny. He's also lined up looking for someone to show themselves. But at this point in time, Mike, when you are holding each other off at quite some distance, how do you maneuver yourself into a position to flank?
I'm surprised that you haven't seen flanking yet, actually. Both teams, you saw a weapon picked up there, which is basically a semi-automatic machine gun. That's a very powerful, underused weapon in this game. People at this level tend to go to the pistol before they go to that weapon. Right now you see TSF Johnny and that. They're using these oil tankers there to cover very marginal spot to actually snipe from. Not a lot of access there. You can see right now his shot there. Not a lot of room to actually shoot, but you'd be surprised when a team does come to flank, they're going to have to come up here, so it's a pretty invaluable position.
Wright is now on the back, is holding his way through. Wright is absolutely crucial in that last map. Had the game of his life and got VVV right back into this game. It's 2-1 in maps. We're 0-0 on the fourth map as Wright is darting his way around. And we're really waiting for this one to kick off. The referee maybe hasn't blown his whistle because these players at the moment are just holding one another out. Now Maynard looking to line up the shot. He had a pixel to aim at, but it just darted back of his screen as he holds back the smoke in the middle once more. As Maynard is going to go through. He waits and waits and waits, and again, VVV and TSF keeping each other at an arm's length.
Both standing off here, not wanting to do much. No one's gone around for the flanks yet. We've seen a lot of smoke toss. We haven't seen very many frags tossed. Frags, of course, located for both teams on the right side of your screen there by the gas pumps. Carbon, the only player taken out so far. So right now, TSF with the man advantage. Right there, the captain of VVV. He's been taken out so far. Carbon, Stefan Hobman. Very disappointed look on his face, but the man must be happy because VVV have had to make quite the fight in order to bring back that last map, Canals.
Yep, as VVV are gonna have to get their socks on sooner or later because obviously with the head count rule at the end of the round, they would lose by being 4 players down to 3. So they need to get themselves back in this one. As now we follow Johnny. Johnny lined up. You see him there with his controller. He is literally sat back as if he were at home and just waiting for something to move. He had an arm, but he wanted a little bit more than an arm. He can still operate with just one arm these days as Johnny's going to make his way forward. Nothing doing for him at the moment. He's going to make his way through, and it will be TSF pushing through. Johnny still looking for something, and he's just not finding it.
Only about 30 seconds remaining. Now there's going to be some action going on. Riders evens it up, 3 men apiece. Absolutely incredible play there. Unbelievable. Maynard with a kill. It's all going on here in the remaining seconds. 20 seconds left. Zero G now comes in, grabs the active reload, grabs a kill. TBBV absolutely dominating there. What a match. We waited until the remaining seconds there to see what would happen, and Team BB with 1 man down came in and showed how it was done.
Smooth operation there from VVV. They worked as a unit, they pushed forward, and then they just sprung. We were watching TSF and they didn't know where VVV were. Suddenly, they got caught. Suddenly, they lost themselves, and now the game has changed. You see the weapon pick up there as both sides going for it. Carbon taking a lot of damage here in the back of that truck. He will eventually dart his way out of there and keep his life up as he makes his way through. Sparky's going to go around the back. VVV up 1-0 here in the 4th map. They're down 2-1 overall in map. Sparky now taking his position and looking for anyone around that corner. Still no one shows themselves, and Mike, will we surely not seeing the same again?
We're seeing the exact same strategy played out almost move for move here. Both teams grabbing the sniper rifle, moving behind the warehouse inside towards the Hammer of Dawn. No one's picked up the Hammer of the Dawn because there's been no reason to. Both teams staying inside. But right now, TSF Johnny doing a little sneaking here. He's moving very carefully in behind VVV, doing almost exactly as VVV did to them before. Hopefully he won't be discovered. 0G now with the Lancer. He's going to be supported by all his VVV teammates right now. They're up 1-0 here on this 4th map. Right now, TSF, though, leads away 2-1 in this XLeague.tv Gears of War final. 800 pounds up for grabs to the winner.
It's a whole lot of cash, and that's why they're taking it quite so seriously. Riders bowls him as he won't quite hit the stumps with that one, but he'll come close as he'll make his way forward now. VVV going to make their way down the left. Alex gets himself out of trouble, and the reinforcements are here as TSF play this one hand in hand once again. They're trying to lay down some tracer fire. They're trying to bait someone into a move. Cloak and dagger as they push forward, though. TSF, they have 3 players together right now as they make their way forward. As still no one down in this one. Still 4-on-4, and still, Mike, with the greatest respect, slow.
The respawn weapons happened just a few moments ago. You see both teams now with multiple sniper rifles. Really a lot of stand and wait here. Not very unusual to see on Fuel Depot. Teams do this, but you know what? With money up for grabs, one mistake will send your team crashing. So we don't want to see what's happening with the banking system happen here for any team and on this Gears of War final.
This is the captain of TSF, John Paul Rogers, as well, he's got to guide his team into some form of a victory, but at the moment it is, well, just his hand is reached out, but there aren't any cookies left in the cookie jar for him, as the action not quite kicking off as he's here at the, oh wait, we follow across to Maynard now as he looks through, action potentially kicking off on the bottom, but this is slow, Mike. This is a snail's pace rush.
And right now, Alex RFC moving towards the front door of the warehouse. Carbon, Stefan Hobman, the captain, was taken out very early in the last round. He's also moving around that same position and watching the flank here for 0G and so on. Now Alex at RFC, weapon respawn there. The frags respawn, the sniper rifle respawns, and both teams are going to look and collect those now.
If you're sitting here asking for the last 2 minutes of your life back, I'm sorry, but it's going to be worth the wait come the end of this, as these two will launch themselves together once again. But Mike, this map just doesn't lend itself to attractive viewing at the moment.
Definitely not. Right now, 2 frags tossed by Johnny, protecting that flank. Now you see the VVV enemy retreat there. Another weapon respawn there for TSF. That's going to make 4 long shots available for every single teammate here of TSF. They're going to move in towards the front doors here. They made an unusual flank here by moving towards the front door. It's not going to pay off for them because VVV just moves back outside the back doors.
And having 4 long shots is only going to encourage them to sit back as well. They've no reason to chase their opponent at this moment in time. And well, I can see, now Johnny's got a slide. Is he going to be able to find the frag? No. He tracked them and he just didn't pull the trigger. 0G has taken some damage. Now we have Johnny. Headshot. Bye-bye, Riders. And that'll be all she wrote for him, as now we have Johnny making his way forward. 0G's going to push himself up. Maynard's taking some damage. VVV are in real trouble. Not only are they a man down, they're 2 men down. 0G hits the deck. Maynard answers back up as Alex comes through with a frag, and now it is a 3-on-2 in favor of TSF. Maynard about to move through. They roll over the dead body, necrophiliac style, but it's not going to do them any favors as Maynard's going to jump his way up towards the top level. Sniper shot comes through, doesn't land it on Maynard, and VVV escape.
Only 15 seconds left in this Gears of War final here, this round. 8 seconds left. The time's going down for Team VV. They need to get a kill in order to tie this up for the head count, but it looks like they're not going to be able to do it. And TSF is going to walk away victorious here, even though it says a draw on the screen. It is a head count rule here on xleague.tv. It means that TSF gets the win there, so it's going to be all tied up 1-1 here.
So we're going to have to, make sure that you're alert with that one, as the game scoreboard will be inaccurate. And TSF have got themselves around. They're 4 away from victory. Mike, we could be here a long time waiting for those 4 to happen, though.
Right now, a very standoffish match happening here on Fuel Depot. All the weapons picked up. Hammer at Dawn's been picked up, though, by Team VVV. It looks like they're going to try to make use of that. They're going to force TSF indoors. This is going to be a lot quicker of a battle this time.
Well, they do have currently TSF 3 players outside, so they do need to move those in. We follow Kyle as he makes his way through. Zero G is there as well, and they make their way forward. Zero G is going to go through, and will don his way out of harm's way. And Zero G and VVV are basically trying to block that door off, so that the Hammer of Dawn can be used. Zero G has been shut down, picked back up by his teammate. Sparky will now get himself in. Sparky's been picked off, and TSF finding it very difficult to get inside, and that is full credit to VVV.
Sparky gets a taste of his own medicine there with the sniper rifle, taking him out. Now comes in Riders, grabs a kill there on Johnny. Johnny, though, before he's taken out, manages to take someone with him. Riders with another frag there. Alex RFC. Right now, VVV showing how it's done here in Fuel Depot. We now see some speed to the match, and we see how VVV is capable of victory. 2-1 now on this map, Fuel Depot.
Full credit to VVV there. They had a game plan. They picked up the Hammer of Dawn, and they made their way through. And because of that, they were able to force the move from TSF, and they blocked off the main door. So that's 2-1 to them. And TSF now are going to have to look at that and get themselves back into it. And think about this: how are they going to play this one? How are they going to differ this one? Because this is a game of tactics as much as it is a game of shooting. So for TSF, they're going to make their way through. Mike, if you were on that TSF side, what would you be telling them to do?
I'd be telling them to go for the Hammer of Dawn, because that really worked well for VVV the last time. It was almost like a fluke. They went for the weapon, drew TSF indoors to that front door, and from then on in, it was just a matter of taking out the remaining players.
But would it work again? Because, well, it would work again for VVV. I'm not sure it would work for TSF, because they are playing quite a lot outside, and they're vulnerable to that weapon. Here we go. Alex is going to make his way through. He's in real trouble. He's got some backup going through. Alex has found the frag, dropping Maynard as he goes through. It's going to be Riders that goes down. TSF answering back up. Zero G's down. There's only one left up for VVV, and the weapon has been picked up. The Hammer of Dawn. Chainsaw! Yeah! And TSF will pick up the round, and that'll be that. We're tied back up at 2-2.
2 games apiece there. You saw the score on the screen before. That would be wrong, because we had a draw, and a draw here on xleague.tv does not count. There's only winning here on xleague.tv. 800 pounds up for grabs to the winner of this match here. Right now, the selected few leads 2 maps to 1 against VVV. Fragged and the long shots picked up. Smoke tossed down the center of the warehouse here. And we're looking at a lot quicker matches being played here on Fuel Depot than we saw in the first few rounds.
Yes, indeed. And for VVV, they've changed it up, and TSF have reacted accordingly. So important stuff here. Maynard is going to make his way through. There we go. We have a frag coming in. It's Coleman down and out. The captain, as Alex has helped himself to a frag right there. TSF make their way forward now as they go through. Zero G darting around. He's in trouble, and they know that being a man down makes it difficult for them as they push forward. Zero G's homing in on a frag. He thinks he's got 2 of them to find out. He makes his way through. Zero G has to get out of there because he's now in real trouble. He messed that up badly. He went for it, and he got screwed over.
You're seeing exactly what VVV did, being done by TSF. Went for the... Oh, now Sparky's going to be taken out by Riders. You're seeing exactly what VVV did, but TSF doing it now, using the Hammer of Dawn to draw the remaining VVV players out. Right now, it's 1-on-2 for VVV. TSF, Alex, RFC, the remaining player for TSF. Right now, it's all tied up, though. We're going to have a listen to team talk with Team VVV.
Unless I fucking...
Tell me, mate. Tell me.
Right, he must be around the hammer burst or the white fuel tank.
You're not sure, though. You're not sure.
Not 100%.
Just keep yourself in, man. We'll find out now what it is.
Yeah. Well, Riders, all we need to do is...
No, nothing stupid, lads. Nothing stupid.
How long we got?
We haven't seen any of, so far in this match, anyone successfully come back from a solo situation. This is the first 1-on-2, all the previous is 1-on-3. Alex could definitely be the man you want in that situation for TSF. He has had a very strong game. However, we haven't seen a successful comeback from being players down yet. And TSF are going to have to make their way forward as with Alex they arrest all of their hopes. He's found one. He's going to make his way around the back. Shotgun! Made that down! Alex, that's brilliant! He goes forward. He's looking for that final frag. He is not going to land it on this one. And so now we're at a one-on-one. It is Alex to hold on hard as he makes his way through, and he will push forward as it's Alex versus Riders, arguably the two strongest players on these teams.
Definitely the two strongest players up for battle right now. One-on-one, Riders versus Alex RFC. Mono a mono, shotgun a shotgun. We're looking at Riders right now, moving back and forth, trying to watch both sides of the flank here. Not going to move from this position. Both players doing the exact same thing on the opposite sides of these. Yeah, dancing to the music.
You dance like this, Mike. I've seen it.
I'm not a very good dancer. TSF Alex RFC now with the shotgun. Both members knowing that the head count rule is in effect, so they could possibly draw on this map. No reason for either player to make a move. If I was to make there's one of the players right there in the background. The other player, both left. The remaining members, Riders and Alex RFC from Team VVV and TSF. Of course, 800 pounds up for grabs in this XLeague.tv Gears of War final. Right now, it's all tied up 2-2 for this map here on Fuel Depot. TSF, though, is winning right now 2-1 overall. Right now, Alex RFC making a move.
He darts his way back in there. He thought about being brave, and then he thought against it as he makes his way through, and we're now back to the do a little dance, make a little move as they make their way through. It is a minute on the clock, as you saw. This is what happens when you play for money. Everything counts, and you cannot afford a mistake. Alex has darted back. The clock is ticking as he makes his way forward. As he goes through, it will be, well, Alex has just caught a sight of Riders as he goes through. He is now looking to unleash the Hammer of Dawn, but he's not so sure where his opponent is. And the fact is that his opponent is quite some distance inside at the moment in time. As he makes his way forward now, Riders goes through and is darted back. He's hauled his way up. But if I'm Alex, I want to get right up in the face of Riders, and at the moment he's not able to do that. We're back to the dancing. It's lovely, but it's just not what we want to see.
15 seconds remaining in this round. It looks like this one's going to end up a draw unless something drastic happens in the remaining seconds here. Alex RFC versus Riders. Oh, now they're going to exchange some shots. 5 seconds left, though. Nothing's going to happen in this one. We're going to end this one with a draw. We had the makings of an epic battle there, but neither one had the balls to take it to the other. Riders and Alex RFC playing for money. That's just what's going to happen.
I'm not impressed by that in the slightest, in all honesty, Mike, because basically for TSF, they've been on the back foot for this map and the end of the previous map. That was a real opportunity to gamble and potentially get themselves back in the lead.
Wasted opportunity, definitely. Now we're following Zero G as we get started here. Discount that whole last round there. 5 minutes of your life you won't get back, unfortunately. Both teams not really showing any promise there. In fact, Carbon taken down now, the captain. He's been taken out twice so far in early minutes of these rounds, but manages to get back up there. Zero G taking some fire, manages to grab the active reload.
Zero G holds himself off as he's ready to go now, and he will wait as he holds back. Nothing doing for him. Grenade will come through. He'll dart back. The smoke is out as well. That may even help him to escape from this position as he will hold off, and Matt will make his way forward. So far, again, we're seeing that system of not wanting to commit.
2-2 right now, TSF versus VVV here on this map. 2-2. TSF, Alex RFC, and Riders were the remaining players in the last thing. TSF, Kyle, and Sparky. You see Alex RFC using the player indicator to tell where his teammates are. And of course, the players are chatting in the games room as we get started here. Weapon picked up there. That would be a long shot. The sniper rifle, basically equivalent in Gears of War. TSF Johnny. Now, we're going to take a break. Lots more Gears of War action here happening here on the match on xleague.tv. Stay tuned. And welcome back to the match here on xleague.tv. Right now we're watching it all kick off here. Team VVV with 2 kills there. You didn't miss anything at home if you're just tuning in here in this round. That's the first action to happen here on this round. Riders right now pumping his way through the TSF team right now. All the action happening indoors. We've seen a lot of standoffish activity here from both teams, but right now TSF is down 2 players to 4 here in this xleague.tv Gears of War final. 800 pounds up for grabs. A lot of dough, but a lot of time being wasted by both teams because they don't want to give either way.
And for TSF now being players down, it's not going to be easy work. They have to pull themselves back into this one, as now Zero G is going to make his way forward. He holds back, nothing doing for him at this moment in time. Sparky and RFC are just looking at different parts of the map at this moment in time, and they don't have any friends at this moment in time. That's the problem. They're not working with each other, and they can't find these VVV players.
TSF Sparky right now, right by where the Hammer of Dawn spawns. Both teams using that strategy once, and both paying off for each team when they grabbed it. Right now, Sparky, though, he's getting pinned down here in this corner. 1 minute remaining in this map now. Sparky and our Alex RFC, the remaining TSF players. VVV winning on head count right now if it was to end right now. You see Sparky there on the right side of Alex's screen. And hopefully VVV right now trying to make the flank around. Zero G now pushing in. They're going to come in now. Zero G grabs a kill off of Sparky there. And that's going to be all she wrote for TSF, it looks like.
Yeah, last man standing is going to go alone. It's only 25 seconds to go as well. Alex, it's do or die right now. Makes his way across, doesn't land the frag, and will be shut down. And they'll enjoy that one as they massacre him apart. VVV take the lead. It is 3-2 in this one, and TSF are in trouble here.
Up against the wall, TSF are. They do lead, though, 2 maps to 1 overall to VVV. VVV, though, here on the last map and this map, Fuel Depot, showing signs of life. Now 3-2. It is first to 5 rounds here. Hopefully we'll see a lot more action because so far each of these rounds has been an absolute long gauntlet of a match.
Carbon's been shut down early on as well. Is he going to get back up? I'm not so sure. And Carbon will just manage to make his way back up this time. And well, so early on he's gone down. He's the one that's sacrificing his body for that weapon. And he'll go through. And Carbon's going to hold his way back. And Team VVV are, well, in a spot of bother at this moment in time.
Very large map. Oh no, there's action. Sparky there with a kill on Carbon. Carbon, the captain, taking it a bunch of times now. Seems like he likes to go around the flank and hasn't paid off though. Right now, TSF Johnny following him. He's the captain of the TSF team. Now pushing in on that flank. Decides to retreat though before he gets taken down. Now going to make a hard retreat back into his home turf. Very far in depth there. We see him now pushing back in. Comes in the front door. Decides to come back in. Pulls out the handgun. Takes some shot. Maynard's going to grab a kill there, though. Johnny's going to be taken out there from VVV. Man-wise, it's 2-on-1 or 3-on-2 now for TSF. Riders now pushing up towards the TSF stronghold. Johnny, that player there, comes in. Riders grabs a kill. Sparky grabs 2 kills. What a comeback! Unbelievable. TSF Sparky pulls it back for the selected few, and it's all tied up yet again. 3 rounds to 3 here on Fuel Depot.
Fantastic work there from TSF. They worked as a team, they worked as a unit, and they got themselves those frags at the end. But their teamwork deserved, but their positioning deserved, and that's what this is all about. You know, in football, you talk about running in a 4-4-2 or a 4-3-3. Well, in Gears of War, it's exactly the same. How do you attack? How do you defend? Do you go as 4? Do you go as a 1-1-1 if you will, or a 2-2? Well, the variations bring us the excitement, and for VVV, they couldn't handle that variation.
Very good positioning by the VVV team at the start, but it didn't pay off because as we get started, Maynard with a kill. Riders taken out there by Johnny. Hammer Dawn's picked up, frag thrown there. We won't get to see what happens with that. Zero G now trying to take fire off of the man trying to flank them here behind the truck. Long shots picked up in the background. TSF Kyle's the man with that. He's now going to retreat back towards his player and come in and flank around the inside of the warehouse. Very good positioning from TSF in the last few rounds.
There we go. Kyle's going to push forward as he makes his way through. He holds back, and TSF are going to go through. It will be Kyle to make his way through. Sparky now comes in. Sparky waiting. Nothing moving for him at the moment. They make their way forward, and TSF just make their way through. It will be TSF waiting. Sparky looking to take some knees off at the moment, and he goes kneecapping. Doesn't work for him this time, and TSF being held back at this moment in time.
TSF Sparky now looking what's going on from the warehouse here. Good move. I like this strategy here. I pretend to do this when I play Gears of War.
Pretend to do this?
I like to do this.
You pretend that you're good. I understand, Mike. I do the same. It's okay.
I'm usually dead long before this happens. Like to run and gun in there. Zero G now with the long shot, pushes behind the truck here. Frags picked up. Zero G showing some very promising skill in the last few rounds. Getting a double kill in the last round, in fact. Decides to switch over to the Nashard. Fret not, though, goes back to the long shot, looking towards the big oil tankers here. Not a lot of action happening in many of these rounds here. Of course, if it is a tie, there will be a head count, so the draw's very hard to come by here in Gears of War.
Here we go, although we did have one earlier, as Zero G is looking to get himself in the middle. He makes his way forward. Sparky is there. Sparky trying to line something up. There isn't anything there, and they make their way forward. Sparky unable to find anyone to play with at the moment. Zero G, well, he wants someone to play with too. They all just want someone to play with, but they're all just a little bit shy here at in the middle as they make their way forward. And Mike, do you want someone to play with?
You got to leave your house if you want to make friends, and no one seems to be willing to do that here.
Well, Play School is for everyone, or Sesame Street, or you name it, as TSF make their way forward, and they go through, and Alex is there, nothing moving for him again, and again you're seeing this big factor that there's just no one to play with.
Zero G picks up a kill there on Sparky. Finally, VVV making a push now. Sparky taking a risk, not paying off. Zero G now trying to pin down the remaining TSF players. 3-on-4 now for VVV. Looking at the stats, 203 points, 4 riders, 7 kills, 1 down. 3-on-2 right now for Team VVV. 214 points for TSF Sparky, the first player taken out of TSF. Watching Zero G work his magic now with a long shot. Tosses a frag. Doesn't do much damage to anyone, though.
Zero G now will hole him in, and again the clock could become an enemy on this one as they make their way forward. Zero G is going to hold up. Long shot comes across, doesn't land anyone. Zero G is going to push forward. There's still nothing there for them at the moment. There you go, Zero G. He's got his game face on, to say the least. And, well, for VVV, they're going to play the clock down if they can, and that would see them pick up the round because of the head count. They're up by 1. It's 3-2.
Only 1 minute remaining in this round. The last this whole match for this one map has taken just under 30 minutes to play. An absolute epic battle happening right now. It's almost like he went to the cinema to watch a triple feature.
Yeah. It is Alex pushing forward, and he's about to go out screaming Sparta in a moment as he's holding his way forward. And he waits. He's got a sight of one. The two TSF players holding hands, wishing each other luck. Alex did just catch a sight of his opponent. He'll dart his way back. He's got one on his 6. He can go decapping if he wants. Here we go. Hammer of Dawn coming out, and he's going to be picked apart as Carbon will find the frag. And now there's just one up. Oh, nice. There's one coming back from TSF from Kyle, but Kyle will be shut down by Zero G, and VVV will pick this one up. It is 4-3.
Fantastic play from the captain there. VVV Carbon grabs the Hammer of Dawn, and it was the weapon we were waiting for. The light from hell, I like to call it. It beamed down and absolutely demolished, ripped apart TSF there. And it was what VVV needed in order to make this push on this map. They trail right now 2 maps to 1. In this Gears of War, but if they win this, it will be all tied up, and we'll be going to our final map, Mansions.
And wouldn't that be a thriller? Carbon in that last round, finally getting himself involved in this last map, Mike. He's really struggled.
Carbon being taken out really quickly a lot of the rounds, and it seems like he was being sent to flank, or he was choosing to flank the maps, to take the flank here on this map, and that time he actually took the flank, grabbed the Hammer of Dawn, and made a really good push, and actually got to use it. You see him here again with it.
Now he's going to make his way through. Zero G pushing forward as they go down. There's Zero G making his way through. Shotgun to shotgun. Zero G loses out. He's down. He did the damage to his teammate though. Two of them just knocked out in the ring, or so to speak, as they come through. The ref tries to pick him back up, but there it is. Ting, ting, ting for Zero G. KO. And now it's Riders who's going to have to pick up the slack as the VVV side are a man down.
People always get on me about the whole teammate thing, using communication, team play, and so on in Gears of War. It is the most vital aspect of this game, and you saw why right there. Two players go one-on-one, both brought down at the exact same time. They both got up at the exact same time, but VVV lost that one because of the TSF cover. A sniper took him back down.
However, off your screen, I think there was another frag as well. TSF have lost a man. It was Johnny that they lost. So that's crucial as Alex is going to go forward, and we'll see whether they're able to offer anything in this moment of time. 3-on-3, the head count is tied once again. Important factor here as TSF look to claw their way back. Remember, if VVV win this, they win the map, and that will be huge. As we make our way forward, it will be Sparky pushing back. He is going to make his way on the outside now as TSF look to get themselves back into this one. They have to hold down, and Sparky is trying to line up that shot through the barrels. It still won't happen for him. He's been lying in wait for this shot for some maps in time, but it's not worked, and Kyle is going to go around, and, well, we've got back to that stalemate.
TSF Kyle moving around with the sniper rifle, pushing back up with the long shot. Doesn't have a lot of view there. Can't really see what's going on. Hoping Alex RFC can help pick that apart for him. Only 3 players remaining on each of the teams. Zero G and Johnny, the players being taken out thus far. Alex RFC now is going to make a push with his players back towards the sniper rifle and pick up some ammo for that.
Alex now will make his way in, collects it, and will look for a clean exit as we are still in this 3-on-3. Alex is going to push his way forward. Carbon now holds back, and VVV wait. And wait they do as they make their way forward. It is going to be Carbon to go through, holds back, and well, still nothing doing for them. And Carbon will take some damage in the back. He's still up and at them though. Alex is going to make his way forward. Is Alex able to flank them here? This could be a crucial play.
800 pounds up for grabs, so every play is crucial in this Gears of War XLeague.tv final. Alex RFC, one of the top players for TSF, absolutely dominating in the first few maps. Haven't seen a lot from him in this map. Riders now moving against the van. Another one of the players who's been absolutely spectacular in this final. They were left mono-a-mono at one point, but they ended up drawing. So hopefully we will not see that happen again.
Do you see that point I made earlier, though, about that one-on-one that just got ran down? That was an opportunity for TSF, and for my money, they should have gone for it. Alex there, I thought he had a shot on, but he didn't go for it. He doesn't want to, well, Alex, you know what? You're losing. It's time to go hard or go home. And if they lose this map, they'll be in a position where they may just be sent home. Alex is waiting. He's missed another shot there as he goes forward, as Riders will be sent through. Riders is going to make his way around the back as he darts his way out of harm's way. VVV 3-on-3 in favor of it's a tie in man up. And that means that if we do run out of time, which could happen in 24 seconds, then we'd have a tied round.
Riders there just tossing the frags. Not going to have a lot of use for them in when the time runs out, so decides just to take a lucky shot there. It doesn't really work out for him though. 10 seconds remaining here. Head count wise though, 3-on-3. Unless something dramatic happens in these remaining seconds, it's going to be yet another draw.
TFS, please go hard or go home, because that's another opportunity, another round where they're losing and they need to gamble.
I'm really disappointed in TSF too. You know, we saw them dominate VVV in the first few maps. We haven't seen a whole lot of them since then, though. They've kept it close in canals and so on. They did take it to 4, but so far here on Fuel Depot, I think we've seen a change of power.
And for VVV, as soon as they get ahead in the map, they have no reason to take those gambles. It's on TSF. They have to gamble. They have to go for it. Otherwise, they will lose. And they don't want to sacrifice what was a brilliant start. They make their way through now. Carbon has been able to pick up the weapon and will get out, this time scot-free. He had taken some damage on some previous rounds as they make their way forward. Carbon is going to make his way forward, and he pushes through. He's got no one for company at this moment in time. And, well, Mike, I gotta say, I'm not a fan of the way this is panning out. And for VVV and TSF, they need to get a kick up the backside.
I'm really surprised with this map that it's actually becoming this standoffish. Of course, it is a huge map compared to a lot of the other ones we're going to play here on this Gears of War final. But of course, with the sniper rifles and so on, and the Hammer of Dawn, usually you can use those weapons to help push players forward. And players, that they're really not taking advantage of that. The snipers are just hanging back, not really trying to cover their players. And of course, with those weapons, you can do that. And TSF and VVV are neither are taking advantage of it. 0G right now comes in, blocking watching the front door. TSF Johnny now coming in, looking through the fence here, through the bins, and of course, not going to get the shot off there because they never do.
Johnny's going to push forward now as he goes through. 0G is going to spy a few tracer shots as they make their way forward. Nothing doing at this moment in time, and VVV are again going to be held back. VVV now looking to do something at this moment in time, but it's not happening for them. Neither of these two players really want to put all their eggs into one basket, and it's time to do so. And VVV ready to make their move. Here we go. They're pushing forward now. This happened worked for them in the first round. They just outnumbered their opponent, but 0G's gone down this time. Excellent work. They go through. The Hammer of Dawn was picked up as well. On the other side, Riders has hit the deck as well. Quickly picked back up. Carbon has shut down Kyle. And well, for VVV, they got down a couple times, but they got picked straight back up.
Really showing how valuable teamwork is there. You saw 3 players push in. They were all taken down. There were actually some pretty easy kills there for TSF if they wanted to, but because of the sheer numbers, they couldn't really go in and get the actual executions. So you saw some brilliant teamwork there. You saw the pickups there. Fantastic play from VVV.
Dare I make a comparison? Oh, here we go. The Hammer of Dawn is going through, and Sparky's been pushed all the way back. Johnny comes in and shuts down Ryder with the headshot, and now TSF fall back inside, and they land the frag. To fall back to my earlier point, dare I make such a point and compare these two games, but you saw those pickup works there. It was almost like RTCW with a medic behind you coming along and picking you back up.
Very much so. Very, very much so. Of course, the medic playing a huge part of that game, and of course the picking up in this game, basically the exact same thing. Of course, you don't have to wait for your needle to actually do anything in this.
And we're not in 1944 anymore, but it's all the same. It's all good.
Maynard right now pushing with the handgun, comes up in the warehouse. No one's went for the Hammer of Dawn quite yet. Comes up, jumps into.
VVV have it.
Oh, VVV have the Hammer of Dawn. Sorry. Long shot goes to 0G. He jumps in the back of the trailer, grabs that. Looking at TSF Johnny, he's got the long shot too. Warehouse strategy, very good, but hopefully VVV will be able to counter this with a rush.
VVV are going to pull back, and well, judging by VVV's movements, we're not so sure that they know that TSF are in that warehouse at the moment in time, and that's crucial because they may be able to catch their opponents unawares with some movements of such. But if you look at that scoreboard, it's 1 down on each side, and that means it's 3 on 3. So, Mike, we're again in the stalemate situation that I know you love.
Just over 35 minutes into this now, an absolute epic battle going on here. 0G now with VVV, realizing that perhaps they have the wrong strategy there. They're now going to try to make a push towards the helipad to the left of your screen there. 0G leading the way, taking a look inside the warehouse now, popping his head out, hoping that his doesn't disappear in an explosion of blood and guts. 30 seconds remaining here as VVV pushes towards this. Of course, 3 on 3 right now, so the head count rule will not apply. It will be a draw if it was to end right now. Time ticking away. Hopefully VVV or TSF will do something to help take another round towards victory.
VVV need just one kill in these 8 seconds to take the map. Do they want it? How much do they want it? So far, no one's shown any desire, and they make their way forward. Here we go. Sniper shots being exchanged, but it's not going to happen. The fight continues, and Mike, you go get the shotgun, I'll go get the pistol, and we'll stand behind those players and say, you will win this, or we will shoot you.
Perhaps we should just offer them money just to finish this off right now. 4-3 right now. 4-3 right now for Team VVV. They look to win this round. They're the only team that's really been the team to push on this map. And the last 2 rounds, they've decided to draw back a little bit and let TSF come to them. But TSF looking like a bunch of chickens.
Well, yes, I mean, this is, well, if you need to go to the toilet, now's a safe time, that's for sure. Because VVV and TSF holding back from one another and neither wanting to commit. It will be, oh, here we go, some shots coming across from Alex as they make their way forward. Alex is going to is going to dart himself back. He's got 3 up still to play with, and we'll go through. Still no one showing themselves, and still VVV up 4-3 in this second map, and TSF leading 2-1 in map points.
Stuart, did you bring a sleeping bag?
No, I was going to share yours, Mike.
Thanks. An absolute epic battle. I've said it again. I've said it. I'll say it. I said it before. I'll say it again. TSF Kyle right now, watching Carbon on the other side of this building here, both inching their way. Very hard strategy there. You saw a shot taken there by not Carbon, but against Carbon. Grabs the active reload there. Of course, very vital strategy in Gears of War. The flashing bullet up in the top right of your screen there means that the bullet actually has a little bit more impact when it hits. So grabs another one there. You'll see it flash for a few seconds. It only lasts that. Smoke now thrown, so hopefully we'll see some action.
Here we go. Carlin holds his way back. As much as that bullet may have had more impact, he would have actually had to fire it at an opponent, which VVV aren't too confident of doing at this moment in time. TSF make their way through. Still 4 on 4 at the moment in time. There you go. You see Team VVV with Carbon, their captain, leading them through. But Carbon is silent, muted, and that is why this game is going nowhere fast. You have got to talk.
And you saw those beautiful headphones they were wearing. They were provided by Turtle Beach. Very good Xbox Live headphones. They have the actual microphones attached to them and so on. Good replacements for the ones that come with your Xbox. Also, very good sound quality with the actual headphones. So if you've got an Xbox, pick up a pair of those because they actually are a pretty good product. TSF Kyle there. They only actually just became available in the UK. They're American products. So.
Oh well, if they're American, they must be good, you know. As,
I'm Canadian.
Yeah,
so.
Luckily they're not Canadian. Here we go. Ryder's in trouble. Ryder's will be picked back up. And don't get excited just yet, folks. He's going to make his way through. Ryder's is going to go down, and he will look for the vengeance. But he's not going to find it. And vengeance hard to come by on this map at the moment, as it's still 4 on 4. It's still potential for another drawn round as they go forward. It will be Sparky to make his way through. Sparky's going to hold his way back. And, well, this one, Mike, is taking a while.
If you're just tuning in and you're wondering what happened, what's happening right now, or what just happened, for the last 30 minutes we've been pretty much standing on this camera angle watching various members of VVV and TSF stand around and not do a whole lot. Right now TSF leads the way 2-1 in this Gears of War epic showdown going on here on xleague.tv. 800 pounds up for grabs, and the way that these kids are playing, you wouldn't know it.
Very good point. That's for those if you've just joined us. But if you've been staying with us for hours and hours here, well, you're as hardcore as they come for Gears of War. And this moment in time, it's a case of, it's a case of do or die for these two teams. They have to go at it. They have to push through. And well, you're tempted to say for one of them, just do it. Oh, the grenade being launched in here. Excellent work. Ryder's shut down. One launched in behind, one launched in from in front. And now it's VVV who have a man down. And they're in real trouble as Maynard will push forward. It's not going to work for them. 0G will go through. And VVV are a man down. And the head count is against them. And if this continues, then it would be 4-4. And we would need just one round for TSF to win.
If you've got Sky Plus, which you probably do if you're watching xleague.tv, on Sky that I highly suggest that you record this program and maybe watch it later on, because a bit of fast forwarding here in this Gears of War final. Zero G right now pushing in. His team's a man down, 3 players to 4. 30 seconds remaining. VVV's gonna have to make the push. Johnny with a kill there, 2-on-1. 1 man down, 2 man down. Oh my God, what a 1-man wrecking crew in Zero G. He grabs 2 players there. It's gonna be 1-on-2 now as we finish this off here, and that's gonna be all she wrote. TSF tying it up now, 4 rounds to 4 here on Fuel Depot.
Well, we had to wait a while, Mike, but boy, was it worth it. When we come back, we may just see TSF picking up the match win. Welcome back to the never-ending story here on X-League as VVV and TSF are tied at 4-all. Nobody wants to budge. Nobody wants to give this one away. And now it is crunch time. Remember that 1 round will see TSF crowned as champions. 1 round lost would see us go to a 5th map.
The selected few in Johnny, the captain here, not really leading the way for his team. 258 points to the top player from VVV there. Absolute huge score. Game so far going on for probably around the range of 45 minutes. Sparky now with the sniper rifle.
Now we have got Sparky making their way through as they will hold off. And well, Zero G's going to go up and he will make his way forward now. And Johnny will hold up. Here we go, Johnny's going to make a way. They're flanking around the back here as TSF look to push forward. This is all on the other side of the screen that you can't see. Zero G is continuing to look at, as he's seen 1 of the 2 of them sneak in on the right-hand side, and he'll be passing that information on. And they will be looking to make something happen here as someone may just think about doing something.
And Ryder's there. He's actually turned into a bunch of computers magically during this time. Or maybe he's just walked away from the game. He's got the frag grenades. He's not using them. And what these players need to do is use the frags. You don't need to go out in the open with these weapons. You can just toss them and pray for the best. And the way that these players are playing with a 5-minute time limit, they're going to respawn. So why not take advantage of that? Carbon, the rest of the VVV guys not doing it. TSF, the rest of his team not doing it. Just really unfortunate play here. We're not really seeing the best that these guys have to offer. You see Carbon there with the active reload. We actually saw him miss one earlier, and especially with the length of these games, they shouldn't be doing that.
Zero G taking some damage as he holds his way back up. That was those 2 grenades being thrown before they respawn. Well, at least they launched them before they respawn, you know, and there was something briefly happening. As Zero G will hold back and VVV will wait. And this one is, again, continuing to be held off. VVV, well, they're timing this one, and you can see Zero G nodding as if he's thinking about doing something. And they are thinking about doing something. They are making a move, and they are going to go for it. And VVV are ready to get some action here as they push forward, pushing through. There's the one-shot miss, as it will be the Dawn of War taken here as well, as they made an excellent move there by VVV to claim the center of that warehouse and take that weapon with their opponents outside.
VVV finally showing signs of life here. Fantastic move. I was about to give some strategy advice, but I didn't need it because VVV finally makes a push there on the selected few. You see the sniper shot? Here we go. It's going to kick off now. Zero G comes in. He's taken down by Kyle. The selected few just needs to win this final round, and they're going to walk away with 800 pounds. Right now, Sparky grabs Riders. VVV's in big trouble. Maynard grabs a kill there. Riders taken out. Carbon taken out. Maynard grabs a kill. There's only 1 remaining. Can TSF do this? It's up to 1 man, and that is Maynard. Grabs another kill. Team VVV staging an absolute epic comeback here. Oh my God, I can't believe it. I've never been this far away from home. Maynard versus TSF Kyle. Absolutely incredible play by that man right there. Maynard, you are absolutely unbelievable, and I give a huge shout out to you for that.
Maynard, have my babies. 3 brilliant frags there from him, and he's just saved VVV. However, we have gone back to this dead situation of a 1v1, and last time we saw that, the ending wasn't so good, as there's just 30 seconds left to go. Maynard did so good, he did so well, and yet at this moment in time, he could see it all wiped away, quite literally, as they will make their way forward. 15 seconds to go in this one, and Maynard looks like he's just going to run down the clock. It will be a shame that his heroics, absolute heroics, and failure from TSF, they were 2-on-1. That's a failure right there, Kyle in particular, but it's his heroics that have saved VVV, and it's his heroics that have taken us to another drawn round. It's 4-4, we'll be right back.
Welcome back to the match here on XLeague.tv. You're watching what has turned out to be an epic battle. We're here on Fuel Depot, the 4th map of this best of 5. Right now, the selected few here in this Gears of War XLeague.tv final lead the way against Team VV 2 games to 1, or 2 maps to 1. It's all tied up 4-4 round-wise here on the Fuel Depot, and you know what? This has the making of a film script, I believe.
Yes, I believe that film was called The 300, as they held off. Fire coming off as Zero G's going to make his way forward. Zero G looking to land the frag, doesn't. And they'll dart their way back, and VVV will push forward. Still, there's 4 of them coming in, and Zero G is just helping himself to some shots here, as no one is answering back up. They're going to finish this one off, and VVV going to find these frags. Riders coming up with 1, 2, 3, and that's absolutely awful from TSF. They go make their way forward. Zero G drops Kyle. They'll make their way through. TSF will win the map. It's Riders that did it, and for TSF, they were not at the races in that round. That was schoolboy.
After an absolute epic battle there, Team VVV is going to walk away and take a break, because it's now 3-2 for this, or 2-3. Sorry, 2-2 here, all tied up map-wise here.
Thanks there, guys. Well, excuse the pun, but what an absolute epic. I've aged 10 years, Sophie's aged 20, and Paul Chandler sadly expired some time ago. Paul, sorry to hear about your demise. However, if you could talk us through the last one. I mean, we've seen a real standoff there. Is this something we see a lot, or is this indicative of purely Gears of War?
You know, sadly, it's very much dependent on the map, and with Depot, it's one of those long-range maps where sometimes it can happen. And obviously, it has happened here. I mean, Epic doesn't even come close to describing how long this map has lasted, and I'm glad that we've had a result in a way, but yeah, it gets to the point where you're frustrated as a viewer, as a player, as a manager. It's like, come on, guys, get in there and play, because...
Is this down to the money? I mean, there's 800 quid up for grabs. No one wants to be the one to throw that away, isn't it?
Yeah, no, I think it is.
It's the money, it's the glory, it's, you know, that was an important match for both teams, so neither of them wanted to concede it, and obviously they're going to just hang back, have draws, you know, so that they don't lose.
I blame the map more than anything else.
It's a big map, and there are a lot of hiding spaces. There's inside, there's outside, you know, there's a lot of different places to hide, so... You know, I don't think that would have happened on, say, Gridlock or a sort of straightforward, very linear map.
Well, that was a big map. Obviously, we've got mansions coming up next. Talk us through that one, Sophie.
Okay, well, this is quite another big map, and I'm really hoping, guys, please don't do this kind of hanging back strategy again. But yeah, it's big. There's a big mansion. There's the courtyard. There's a couple of weapons out in the courtyard. Both teams spawn outside the mansion. In fact, I think this is the level with the lead designer's face embedded in a wall behind one of the spawn points, which is why I have a bit of an issue with the lead designer. Yes. But anyway, so inside the mansion there's a sniper rifle that spawns, and we should see both teams are going to go for that, because when you get the sniper rifle, you're immediately on a nice balcony, and you've got a nice view out of the balcony and onto the ground floor of the mansion. So.
Well, Paul, I mean, psychologically, what's happened to TSF at the moment? Because they were 2-0 up. VVV have come back. I mean, it was very close. TSF could have won it there very, very easily. Now they've got another map to face. VVV in the ascendancy here?
Well, I think they are. There's an element of that, but also TSF, I think they blew it at the end of that 4th map. I mean, they were at 4-4. They had a 2v1 situation, and they should have taken down the final guy, which was Maynard, and somehow he managed to take one of them out, and then they had to stand off at the last 20 seconds. Big game point. And if they end up losing this tournament, that's where I see the key as being for TSF. They have to pull it back up now. They have to pull their socks up, get back into battle, and really roll VVV if they're going to take away the championship.
And shown amazing tactics throughout this. I mean, TSF, I think, could win this, but VVV have had moments of absolute brilliance. But VVV haven't been playing consistently absolutely brilliant. So.
OK, well, thanks, guys. Great chat there as always. Thank you very much for sticking with us on this epic. Dawn's breaking outside, I'm hearing, but we do have another map. It is Mansions. Please don't go away. We need a decider. We'll see you in 3. Hello and welcome back to the match in what has been a truly epic grand final of Gears of War. This is the decider. It is Mansions. 2-2 it stands. Guys, who's going to take this? This could go either way, couldn't it?
It can go either way. I think that's what we've learnt all the way through the 4 matches we've had so far. If we weren't already clued in, I think we definitely are now.
We could go no way, as we saw last
week.
week.
We'll be here all night, and I don't know. Let's hope not. But yeah, I think this one is going to produce a winner. Obviously, it's the decider. I think. Overall, the balance of power has been with TSF, but the momentum is with VVV, so it's still, I'm very undecided.
Sophie, money?
Yeah, I don't know. TSF have consistently played very, very well, but VVV, when they've had their moments of brilliant teamwork, they've far excelled.
I think it might even come down to the team captains and how they play. Other than that, Sparky for me was superb in the first 2 matches for TSF.
Yeah. But he went
quiet in the last 2. He disappeared off the face of the planet. I mean, where did he go? Reconnect to the server, please, and actually play the game. Because if he does, I think he could be the man, the pivotal man.
OK, guys, in one word, who are you going for?
VVV.
TSF.
OK, unbiased from me, TSF. I've got a 5 on it. Let's hand over to the commentary team. Here we go.
Thank you, Paul. Always a pleasure to hear your voice. And now for TSF and VVV, they're going to go at it one more time. Mike, we've got the Paul and Sophie's view. I want to know your view. Who's going to win this one?
Well, before this match started, I would have said Team VVV, but the way that the selected few played on those first couple of maps just has converted me into a TSF fan.
Here we go, it's all kicking off as they go through. Car's going to go 0G! That's sensational! 3 of them massacred down, and they're falling apart now as Alec comes through, drops the rifle onto Carbon, but there's only one man left up, and Maynard will find him. I do not believe it!
Unbelievable! VVV's 0G walks in there, grabs the boom shot, and makes it go boom on 2, not 1, not 2, not 3 players. Sorry, I'm getting a little carried away there after that epic fuel depot battle. Now coming in, save strategy, gonna rush the boom, the most important weapon on this map by far. 0G is gonna be the man with the weapon again, comes in, again, grabs 2 frags. 0G is an absolute man on a mission.
He's going to make his way forward now. He's finished the job. He's got all 4. That's an ace. That's fantastic. 3 with the boom and just finished you off with his handgun. And they know that they like it. They know that they're homing their way forward. And they know that they could just win this one. It's all about the control of that boom.
I have no idea what 0G does for a living, but I think he should change occupations to human wrecking ball because the man is absolutely dominating TSF right now. We're seeing the team VVV that we all expected and wanted to see here. Pushing this right now. Riders comes in, takes one TSF guy. TSF takes out a couple VVV players.
And now Riders is coming through. He's been returning back, but the big boom has gone the other way as they make their way through. The beamstick is going to come out. Riders is going to make its way forward. Shuts one down with the boomstick. The map is almost over here. There's just one frag to find. It is Carbon as they look for him. Johnny and Kyle versus Carbon. They hunt him down. Carbon I think he's got the map mixed up because this is not Fuel Depot. He's going to be chased down. He's going to be hounded out. He throws himself out. He's going to be shut down, and that'll be the end. And VVV drop a point.
VVV takes that first and second map or round quite easily. This round, though, went to TSF. Those men right there. It's all tied up here in this XLeague.tv Gears of War finale. TSF versus VVV. 800 pounds up for grabs to the winner, a mere 200 to the loser. It's all on the line now.
It's all about grabbing the boomstick and seeing what you can do with it as they make their way forward. Sparky's going to go through. Sparky going hand to hand. And there we go. Johnny will find the first frag. It's Carbon that goes down. Sparky will be finished off. TSF start brilliantly. Continue brilliantly. There's only one more to find as they look out for him. Riders is down and out. They're looking for that final frag and they'll get it. It's Kyle. And this one's going a mile a minute.
TSF Kyle grabs that final frag there. You saw the arm thrown up by Maynard after he was taken out by the chainsaw there. Of course, we're playing on a LAN right now, so lag is really not an issue here at xleague.tv. So why the arm went up, we have no idea. Now following TSF Carl, the guy who got the final kill there for the selected few, pushing in towards that boom shot yet again. No action going on indoors, it's all outdoors here. Now with TSF Sparky, grabs the active reload there, pushes on the man trying to go for the boom there in the distance. VVV was did it the first 2 rounds, but they've had trouble in the last 2 as they're all tied up here round-wise on Mansions.
Maynard is going to push through now. This one has started to slow down at 2-2. Finally, these two teams deciding to, well, decide to keep their caution about them, keep themselves in this one, and pray to hold back as they pick themselves up some frag grenades as they make their way through. Carmen's going to go back, and they are ready to rock and roll. The 3 VV, well, in fact, the 4 VVV players all sort of lined up against one another. Sparky here is about to get himself involved as he'll turn around, tries to land the frag. Will be darting back. Sparky looking for the one this time as well. Doesn't happen for him as he's about to get involved. Alex darts back, and Team TSF are being held back. And well, this one, Mike, has been a different one.
Well, you're seeing the power of the handgun here. TSF definitely making use of that. A lot of handguns being fired by the selected few there. You see just ahead there, Alex RFC backing up TSF Kyle there and Sparky who are using the handguns. Right now the boom shot's right is right to the right there. No one seems to be able to grab that quite yet. TSF Kyle coming in now. We're gonna see some action. The chainsaw goes up. TSF Kyle with a kill on Carbon. Chainsaw, very unusual. He's gonna be taken down. Zero G with 2 kills, takes himself out with a boom shot. It looks like VVV's gonna get control of this one.
Yeah, the jihad soldiering of Zero G there, taking himself apart, and TSF looking to get themselves back into this. Maynard in. We're looking at, what, a 2-on-1. It's all on Sparky. He's got a big donut. He's not landed a frag so far as he needs to now go to find himself 2. He drops back. He's going to fall back. 1-on-2 as Sparky darts away. He's running through the mansion. He's going to make his way forward. And now as he charges around the back, he is quickly getting out of this one. I think Sparky's got a plan. If you could have a guess, what would it be?
2-on-1, I have no idea. Very tough on Mansions. He's got the sniper rifle. It's not going to help him a lot because the only high ground in this map is the indoors part of the Mansion's balcony. Of course, if the player does go for the boom shot, now taking some fire there. Sparky's going to go 2-on-1 here. The long shot's not going to do a lot of good there. Does grab the active reload though, so doesn't have to get the headshot. Comes in, going to take a lot of firepower. Manages to bring down 1 man, but Sparky, that wasn't enough.
I'll tell you what, nice try though. He went for it, he didn't get it, but we'll be right back. It's 3-2 to VVV.
You know, that was actually...
And welcome back here to the match here at xleague.tv. All tied up here. TSF grabbing a victory right there, 3-3. It's first to 5 rounds here. And of course, we saw an epic of a battle on Fuel Depot, so you're gonna miss some of the match here, unfortunately. That one right there was a beaut though. TSF comes back there, ties it all up. Only 2 rounds to go. Who's it gonna be?
Well, I don't even want to put my name to either one of these 2 teams right now. 3-3, this has been a classic. And TSF clawed their way back in it. So frag grenades have been picked up. Zero G's going to hold his way back. We haven't been able to see the boomstick really in action in the past few minutes, but I think Zero G's going to get it, and he is dangerous when he does. Makes his way forward. They dart around for it. Zero G gets it. Finds the first frag. Is he going to get the second? Oh, you bet he is. Makes his way through. He wasn't even with the boomstick that time. Now he's got it. Point blank range. Takes down Alex. Zero G and VVV have got 3 out of the 4 frags they need. And Zero G will get all 4. And that is not the first time he's aced it. It's the second time.
Zero G, 12 kills, 2 downs. Absolutely unbelievable. That man to the left of your screen in the blue shirt just dominating in the last few rounds here on Mansions. Goes for the boom shot, grabs the gun, and just watches the guts splatter. TSF now up against the ropes here, 4-3 right here. If VVV win this, they win the whole kit and caboodle.
Here we go, the boomstick's been picked up by VVV this time as well, I think I saw. Maynard comes in, lands one frag. Zero G's looking to find a second one. This could be it. This could be game. This could be 800 pounds. Maynard hits the deck, Riders come through. They're hounding down one of the few men left up for TSF. They make their way forward. It's just Johnny. Can he do it? It's all on you, Johnny. He's got himself up in the top center of the mansion. He's going to hold his way down. This is Scarface style as he's going to wait for everyone to come and get him at the top of the mansion. He isn't though. He's going to come and charge his way forward. Johnny coming out as he will make his way through. Doesn't find the one shot that he was given. They don't know where he is though, Mike.
Takes the shot there. You saw them spread. Zero G now. He's got the. Oh, he doesn't have the boom shot quite yet. Gonna through the smoke throat. It's 3-on-1 right now. You see another shot fired there. Rogers, TSF Johnny, the last remaining player. He is the captain. And right now, VVV just needs to kill him to get to the 800-pound cash prize to the winner of the Gears of War final. Grabs the frags on the respawn. This is gonna give him a chance. Tosses one, tosses two. You see the shot thrown there. Not much to do though.
He just keeps missing these sniper shots, and that's costing him. That's costing him huge as he makes his way forward now. Johnny's going to try and line up that final frag. Doesn't happen for him again. These smoke grenades are really not helping him as well. He's just not finding it as he goes through. Johnny has done a good enough job of holding him away, but he's being picked up at the back. Johnny in trouble. Johnny down! And VVV have won the tournament here on X-League.
What an epic battle you witnessed here on XLeague.tv. That team right there, Team VVV, the inaugural Season League 1 tournament, our league champions, VVV.
That's it, Team VV. They've done it somehow. They were 2 down. They've brought it back, guys, 3-2. I mean, it went on for a while, but quite deserved, though, I think.
Absolutely. And you know, I said just before the start of this map, in a prophetic kind of way, it would probably come down to like one man really shining, and that's exactly what we saw from Zero G. He had a 4-man round in round 7, and for me, that is exactly what you want to do. You want your big players to step up on the big occasion. That's exactly what he did.
Yeah. It's quite interesting because Zero G, he was nowhere in the first few maps, was he? And he's come good towards the end. Is it just certain players know certain maps?
I think it is the map thing, yeah, absolutely. You'll feel a lot more confident on maps that you've played well, maps that you know where exactly the weapons are, and you know your teammates' tactics, and it's quite possible that, yeah, Zero G wasn't too experienced in the earlier maps, perhaps.
OK, thank you, guys. Plenty more coming up from both Sophie and Paul. Plus, we've got all of the action, including an interview with the winning and the losing team captains. Please don't go away. Plenty more coming up after this short commercial break. Hello and welcome back to the very final part of the matches. Over here, Team VV have won it in an absolute epic contest. Boyston's already been in asking for his fiver. He can go swing for that. Stu, what do you make of that? You had to commentate on that. I mean, how's your voice?
What? No, it's
pure
fine.
comedy from Saw there. Excellent.
Yeah, I went for the joke. It may have fallen like a lead balloon. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll move on to Sophie quickly anyway. Sophie, what do you make of that?
Yeah, epic is clearly the word. Oh, boy, I need sleep now.
I think we all need sleep. I mean, Paul, are words failing all of us here?
Yeah, blew me away. I mean, the last map, luckily for us, and in terms of the viewers as well, was absolutely brilliant. Yeah, both teams almost said, right, that's it now. Stop messing around. Let's get involved. Let's get in there. And, pure gore, really, unadulterated gore, and some great rounds. Zero G particularly picking up a 4-man as well.
Zero G did absolutely fantastic right from the start of that map, actually.
Yep.
He really did. OK, well, let's go over with Tomat Benbenek. He's in the match arena with the 2 team captains.
What an epic battle we had here in this Gears of War XLeague.tv final. VVV Carbon, you're the captain. How does it feel?
To make such a good comeback against such a good team on form, amazed. The best game of Gears of War I've ever played.
Now, you guys were down the first 2 rounds there. What were your thoughts after those first two maps?
I thought, wow, these guys who played them a while ago and they weren't as strong as that. They come today and they proved how strong they are. One of the top teams.
Now, one thing I would like to introduce to the match here. I want to know who the man of the match was. You're going to pick for your opponents there, the selected few. Who was it?
I'd say Sparky, just for a few decent downs and headshots he did with a sniper.
And over to TSF Johnny, you're the captain of the selected few. You came here before as a true console ghost. You really showed, how to play this game, Gears of War. You won the first 2 maps. You really were on a high there. What happened?
Well, we thought it was going to be easy from then on, but then we forgot they had some of their best maps coming up.
And the fuel depot map, you guys tended to stay back. What was the strategy there? What were your thoughts?
Well, just sit back and let them come to you.
Now, of course, I got Carbon there to give us his man of the match from your team. VVV, who was their best player?
Riders, probably. Because he good with the boom, good with the grenades, he was doing everything right.
Well, we have here the XLeague.tv trophy. If you could present it to Carbon there. Fantastic. Over to you, Paul Vale, in the studio.
Thank you, Mike. Great interview with the hugely animated TSF team captain there. What do we make of that? I mean, Carbon said it was the best Gears of War game he's ever played. Was that? I mean, it was really, truly epic. We keep saying it, don't we?
You know, the word epic sums it up brilliantly, so we can say it again and again because, you know, it went on for so long, but for those players, I mean, the tension, the stamina, the fact that, you know, all those mental attributes that you don't always think about would have come into it, and to come out victors, it's got to feel good, but for Johnny to come out the loser, he didn't look too happy.
He didn't look too happy at all. I mean, that's a real mental blow because they're playing here for 800 notes, aren't they?
It's not just that. TSF had really done fantastically well throughout the rest of the match.
I mean, it's important to point out they were underdogs, weren't they? TVV were heavily fancied on this panel.
Yeah, absolutely. And TSF, if we remember back, won the first 2 maps pretty much outright. And it was, you know, only after that VVV started.
After the first 2 maps, we sat here thinking, wow, you know, they've come flying out the blocks, they're going to win this because they just made it look so easy. And as Johnny said in the interview, you know, he maybe sort of underestimated them a little bit in the fact that they had 3 very good, strong maps coming up afterwards. So it did change it, and we saw that in the 3rd map and the 4th map as well. And I think, you know, either one of those maps could have gone to TSF, and maybe that's why they're kicking themselves a bit. And obviously very disappointed.
I mean, before we get into the analysis, it's important to remember that TSF are a very new team, 2 months in. So this is a huge boon for them to get to even to the final, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, they should be very thrilled that they've got this far. They've played on a national TV league in front of, you know, lots of people watching at home. With the cameras, with the lights, with all the action, and with the pressure, and it's a great experience. You just cannot buy that kind of experience. So it's really good.
And they've played really bloody well as well.
So this will hold them in good stead, Stu, for you know, future tournaments, not just X League but other pro tournaments out there.
Well, experience is something you can never underestimate. True champions have won it before. They've been there. They've done that. You know, no one walks in and in 2 months as the world champion. They have to get that experience, and this will stand them in good stead.
It really will. Well, it was a fantastic game. We can actually have a look at how Team VV claimed their victory. Let's have a look at the analysis now. Stu, talk us through this one. As if you haven't talked enough about Gears of War, talk a bit more, son.
Well, on this first map, VVV picked up the first round, and we suddenly thought, you know, this is what we came to expect. But quickly, we were starting to see what TSF were all about.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they went on to win 5 consecutive rounds in that first map. And like you, Stu, I was sat here in the studio watching it. First round went the way of VVV, and then you went, look, it's too predictable. And TSF suddenly just went, you know what, we're not going to put up with this, and came back and absolutely destroyed them for the next 5 and took the first map very easily.
And the big strength came from their teamwork on this and the second map. They always had a buddy. They always had a friend. However, in the you know, it was to be their undoing when they didn't have that factor. You see here, very earlier on here, it was this whole area that became an absolute dogfight. Rushing up the stairs, getting in there, it didn't work for them. Now on to map 3.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, map 3.
Same choke points here with map 3. It always happens on the bridge. Always happens where they're going for the power weapons here.
I think there was a key moment actually in this 3rd map. They were at 3-3, and Sparky missed a reload. And actually that meant that they then went on to lose the next 2 rounds, and that gave VVV that kind of momentum that they needed in that 4th round.
Did it all come down just to that one moment,
I don't think it all came down to that moment, but it was certainly a critical moment.
They could have won that match.
And that's when VVV really started showing off absolute points of brilliant teamwork. I mean, seriously superb.
I mean, highlight, what kind of points of brilliance, Sophie?
Oh gosh, let's look back at my notes
Riders
again.
was awesome.
I was about to say Riders,
absolutely awesome on this map, and I think that's maybe why he picked up the man of the match from Carbon, because he destroyed them on that map at times. He was absolutely superb with the headshots, superb all the way through. And I think he was the key man to actually, you know, causing them a lot of grief. But having said that, they still won the map.
Yeah.
So, yeah, very, very well played from VVV on this particular map.
I think was good use of smoke grenades there in that map.
Yeah, there was a few.
Because they were using the sniper rifles loads, obviously, so you want to chuck down a few smoke grenades.
Do you think the players were getting tired towards the end of it? You know, does that come into it? Does fatigue play a part?
I don't think at this point
This is still map 3.
Yeah,
this is still less than an hour in.
They were fine at this point. I think it's the next map where they yeah, maybe got their sleeping bags out and their tents out.
Yeah.
And,
There we go.
Yeah, here on depot. I mean, you know, come on, set up a nice little fire, get some marshmallows out. We'll have a nice little campfire here, because we're not actually going to do anything else in the map. It was incredible. I don't know how many rounds we ended up having, but you know, it's absolutely amazing to see so many draws and so many standoffs.
Was that simply a symptom of the map? Was it the map?
I think it
that
is.
caused
I think it's the map.
I've seen that map played fast. I've
Yeah.
seen that map
It was
played
very,
fast.
it was very
you know what I
tense
mean?
at that point. It
World
was a real
Cup
key
Games
moment in the
UK
match.
finals, though,
Yeah.
it was fast and furious.
Yeah.
Now, also, you know, I think TSF will look at this and say, we didn't gamble
okay,
enough.
lovely sign.
They had a lot of opportunities, the 2 one-on-ones in
They did,
particular. In
yeah.
this. The first one they took a long time out, they were both dancing around, and the final one against Maynard after they'd just
Maynard,
taken down
yeah.
3. He was so wounded. He could have chased after him, but they decided against it. They didn't have, you know, the cojones to go for it.
Yeah, they had like 10 seconds at the end of that map where it was 1v1, and I'd have taken it on. It was a risk, but they still had a map in the bag to try and get through in there. But there you see, you know,
You can see to win that. I mean, it really means a lot
Yeah.
for Team VVV. One of the, you know, I mean, TVV, they've been around for a while. Probably not best known for Gears of War, but they certainly will be after this.
Huge
won't they?
comeback though at the end. I mean, you know, to win that last map and the way that they did it, and in the style that they did it as well. After such a long set of maps previous to that, especially Depot, I mean, such a long map.
Well, we can actually
being
have a look
in game
now
for
at
so long.
the road to the final, Paul.
Yeah, I mean, you know, they've come through a tough side. Both teams, in a way, I thought actually TSF had actually come through a slightly harder bracket, but that's arguable as well. And as you can see, all the way through the final, they both won 3-0 in the semi-finals, and then onto that epic final win for VVV winning by 3-2.
Can I ask you guys about tactics and strategy? Is this horses for courses? Are some teams can be better on some maps, and it was just a case that VVV knew the last maps a little bit better?
Well, it's definitely a case, and it's a case in nearly every game as well. I mean, even if you look at basic games that are slightly more basic and don't have the other attributes to them. I mean, you saw certain rounds where VVV tried certain rushes and just conglomerated on a certain point, even on Depot as well. The rounds that they won were won by rushing the right places at the right time and outnumbering their opponents, and if you can do that, you'll win.
Yeah, Gridlock was very similar. They sometimes they would, because you got 2 very distinct ways of going. Sometimes they would stack 3 players one side and leave the other guy to flank, and that worked really well for them.
Yeah,
Did we see Team VVV adapt to the tactics better, the tactics of their
I
opponents?
think early on they seemed to be almost shell-shocked from the way that TSF came out.
Early doors.
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't know what was going on.
There was no teamwork whatsoever in that first map. You know, they lost 5-1, and I don't remember seeing any teamwork at all. And then suddenly, map 2, Gridlock came in, and there were the odd flashes of brilliance.
Yeah,
They really
and then
were
it was
brilliant at
match
times.
3 Canals
and then
where
match
they
3
just-
was when they really started to hot up.
Yeah.
But then, I mean, TSF adapted on map 5 themselves. They went the first 2 rounds down after losing to the Boom, and they quickly said, we've got to get in there much quicker. We've got to change that factor. They got good spawn, and they just rushed. And that's the important factor as well.
How important is teamwork on this? I mean, this is a team game. We overheard some of the team talking commentary there, and there seems to be lots of shouts, constant communication there, Stu. I mean, is that vital? The team that works better together is going to win in the end?
Invaluable. I mean, I sound like a broken record when I say this and I come on and talk about the team games, because communication is really going to win you these games. It doesn't matter what team game you're playing. If you're not talking to your teammate, you will lose. Whether you are playing, you know, some crazy tag team game or whether you're actually playing DOA, Counter-Strike, Quake.
Okay, I mean, where do we go from here? I mean, what have we seen today? To put this into some kind of context, I mean, it's been a really incredible day's gaming, hasn't it?
It has been a fantastic day's gaming, and it's great to have seen VVV through the league, through all the matches in the league, work their way up kind of thing, and, you know, play against other quite good clans and work their way up to actually finally, you know, take a win home.
Team VVV, they're an up-and-coming clan or team or whatever is the preferred term for them.
It depends who you are these days.
You know, we've got the top boys, we've got the Kings, we've got Dignitas, and so on and so forth. Can we now see VVV go on and make an impression in that top bracket?
I think it's. I mean, I would have to say no right now, but that's more to do with where they're concentrated in. They're in console gaming right now, and I think to be a really true multi-gaming, multinational, international clan, you really need to be in all of the areas: console, PC, a wide range of games, FPS, RTS. It really needs to encompass all of them.
And you're also looking to sell
they're not
yourself.
quite there yet, but who's to say that they won't be?
Correct. And I mean, you're also looking to sell yourself. You've got to build up a user base. You've got to build up a fan base. You've got to build up a reason for people to put money into you. And
Cool,
right now, that's not
so
there.
I'm going to have to cut you off there, Stu, unfortunately, to do it, but we are out of time. Well done to Team VVV. They take 800 notes. We'll see you next time on The Match.
Yeah. This has been a Portland Interactive production for XLeague.tv.